another session of Candlekeep Mysteries. Last time on Candlekeep Mysteries, you headed over to here, to a place called Darkwater Vale.
Oh yeah, that's what it was called.
In Darkwater Vale, you arrived shortly after, it seemed like night had arrived, but in actuality, the entire place is covered in a perpetual darkness. You were able to see the stars, but they illuminate no light underneath. While over inside of Darkwater, you investigated about the area. Many individuals telling you to kind of bask inside of their physical appearances. You moved further and investigated to find that there appear to be 3 hags managing a large inn that ventures throughout the area, and that there is also a bathhouse, of which there is now a map for, that has restorative properties, or so it seems. Last thing that happened, 3 things actually in order. First, you enlisted the help of an individual boatmaker named Jarlaxle, who seems discontent with their life here inside of Darkwater Vale. You also found that their father has made a deal with the hags, along with many of the other people in the populace, but Jarlaxle themselves has not. They believe repairing this boat will take approximately 10 days. Next, over at the nearby restaurant, Nameless and Ray got into shenanigans. Got into shenanigans and tipped over what seemed a vile poison that was being placed in very small doses within the food. Finally, you found an individual named Sir Vekin, who just entered into the inn entrance here with Morgana. As the 2 of them have just entered in, Sir Vekin seemed intent on making an offer.
Wasn't Nameless in the shadow?
Yeah, but they went in, so... Can I stay in? Like, do I just get dragged along, or do I have to stay outside?
It's your choice. Although,
Sure.
keep in mind that you will have to be kind of actively stealthing.
They're actively stealthing? I
Yeah.
can't sit in shadow? Okay, never mind, I'll stay outside then.
I do actually have a map for the interior of the inns now as well, or at least the entrances to each one, which share the same map because I'm not making 3 maps for each one. And that is where things pick up from.
Yeah, I mean, I'll just say that unless things change, Diesel's #1 priority is to the maroon ship, so like, contact him if you need him, kind of thing. But otherwise, Diesel will just be sitting there on the boat.
Dojira is also on boat duty.
Well, why aren't these side by sides?
Side by side.
Wait, so did we fire the cannon of fish?
It's just filled with fish, as far as I know, as some means of deterring it from being used against the boat, I believe.
Yeah, the point is to try and not have it be fired upon us.
Also, just so we're on the same page, I'm gonna say this now. If we do need to kill the hags or fight the hags or something or escape, we are stealing some of the cannons. Yes, like that's absolutely happening. Because all I'm saying is we are building a boat large enough to have cannons. I believe.
That's entirely on you because you're the one who could actually pick them up, I think.
Does anyone have any objections if this occurs later on?
Are you intending to use them as like hand cannons, perhaps?
Is
I
there a
was.
reason why we can't just straight up steal them right off the bat when we leave?
Well, yeah, I'm talking about when we leave, but presumably we're not just going to be able to leave. We're going to have to deal with the hags. I'm assuming they're not just going to let us walk out of here, right?
We'll find out.
So, all I'm saying is, if and when an altercation with the hags happens, we need to make sure that we bring these cannons with us, because if we're building a boat big enough for cannons, we're going to have cannons on it. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, that's fine.
Excellent. If there are no objections, I'm good. That's all I wanted to say. I wanted to make sure we were doing that, because fucking cannons, man.
As long as we actually do have the ship big enough, strong enough for cannon. I'm not sure we'd be able to do much in the terms of like ammo though.
We'll figure something out.
Fire jack at people.
Yeah, exactly. No, we fire Mochi Cat.
Of course. How did I not
Yeah.
think
Of course. Mochi is always big enough to shoot out of a cannon.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna tell Nameless that I don't want them to like be on their own in there, so I'm going to wild shape into a spider, the smallest spider I can be, and I'm gonna try and stealth in there.
Okay, so if I then hop into Ray Shadow, is that okay?
Yes, but you would just be an itsy bitsy spider.
Cool. I
That's
suppose you
nice.
got a spider token.
We could just keep in mind that you're a spider.
Okay,
Give
cool.
me a second while I actually can link this up into the actual map. Give me a moment.
So I realize my stealth is actually very high. I forgot I have Pass Without Trace.
I was about to say,
So
like,
maybe
aren't
we
you a
check that out.
shadow? What kind of shadow is bad at stealth?
Well, Jay is also applying a stealth debuff to me because I'm bigger now, so he said it wouldn't work as well, but I also forgot I had Pass Without Trace.
Oh, that'd be
It's true,
useful
though.
for.
You're a big shadow, so it's gonna be a little.
We'll get
Speaking
suspicious.
of people,
I mean, technically my character, she does just say I conform to the shape of to the size of whatever shadow I'm in.
Well, I said that you would, if dismounting is what would cause you to
Oh,
like, very
dismounting.
obviously.
Okay, so if I stay in Ray Shadow, it's fine. I'm not like super ass big and shit.
Yeah, but the instant you like exit a shadow, I mean, anybody is going to notice a massive pool of shadow that's just right there.
This is fine.
where are Elocution and Ethereon? Oh, I see Elocution now.
Okay, I think I almost got it working. Sorry, I had to.
The stairway's disabled. The hags have barred us away.
Okay, hold on. Is it still disabled?
Um,
Just so everybody else can follow along.
Please select at least one token. Oh.
it's all dark.
Oh, I know why.
Oh god.
That-
I picked a spider that's blind. I seem there'd be like.
Okay, I'll be your eyes.
They seem like most doors have like a bit of space underneath them, don't they? Where you can like creep
Yes,
it under.
Most doors would have something like that, yes.
So try and as stealthily as possible, like just creep under there and then scutter to the nearest like bit of foliage.
Skitter, skitter, skitter. Just to be absolutely sure, this doesn't determine whether or not you're like spotted per se. Go ahead and make a stealth check at advantage.
Cool.
You
So
get plus 10.
Spider has a +4 to stealth, I think. So it's D20 +4 +10.
You
Is that
skitter in
advantage?
with
So it's another one.
Oh, yeah, it's true. You could be skittering even further.
Yeah, it's what, sorry? Oh, right,
Yeah.
advantage. Gotcha. Yeah.
You want guidance? You can have guidance.
I do not believe that the guidance is going to be successful here, unless you would like to meow quite loudly.
Oh yeah,
next
there's a
to the
verbal
spider.
component.
Ray, spider, spider ray. We'll think of a spider-based pun later. Wow.
Venturing in, you notice that Morgana eyes you as the spider entering, but doesn't seem to make any note of it at all.
Fuck.
Sir Veckin, please have a seat.
I wonder if there's something like alarm on the door and she sensed the creature come in.
Maybe.
So, I believe you've already told me a little bit about what it is you're after. Let's discuss terms a bit more. Yes. Well, the long and short of it, I do not wish to bother with the details, madam, is my lady has recently died. Traditional resurrection does not seem to be working on them. I was looking to see if you had some way of being able to fix that. Oh, that's classic. We have plenty of treatment options available for something along those lines. Now, the matter is not one of whether or not we can do it. It's about what kinds of terms we can come to. About what seems like an appropriate trade for that. Are you seeking monetary compensation? Because I've come here with, and you see Sir Veckin pull out a fairly massive bag of gold. I came here with a generous donation ready to go. No, nothing like that. Here, I've written down some options for you to consider. Take a look at one of them and see if any of these interest you. They pass over a note over to Sir Veckin, who starts reading it. You can kind of see what some of the things listed on it are, Harry. Reading through some of the options, you see some of them say things along the lines of you must bring over the heads of 10 people. You will die in 1 year. You will become comatose. Or other various things along these lines. You will report any information that you see against us directly to us. You will poison people, are some of the things that you see listed. Although, with some amount of extremism inside of each of them.
So, what do you say with some amount of extremism?
Yes. For example, although since I'm kind of trying to remember some of these details off the top of my head, the one about info, for example, is not merely about providing information. It seems that if there's further stipulations, namely, if they hear anything whatsoever, they have to immediately drop anything that they are doing, travel all the way back over to Darkwater Vale, and report it directly. It also seems to come with stipulations about not being able to have any actual hostility toward Morgana or the tavern makers directly, and there's a no refund policy, most dastardly of all. Sir Veckin considers the options that presented in front of them. Some of these seem fairly straightforward. This information deal seems like it would make the most sense. Oh, that one's fairly popular. You definitely could pick that one. Although, then it will also impact how long the resurrection will take. How long would the resurrection take if I chose that? Oh, give or take about 10 years? Oh, I see. Here, over at the Restful Lily, we believe very much in being as straightforward and transparent as possible. Be sure to know that there's going to be no hidden terms. You know exactly what you're getting into before anything happens. So if I can ponder some of these options some more.
Can I take this chance to look around the room? Is there anything of interest?
Looking around the room as they are discussing, you notice that it's very similar to the Azira's entrance. You also see that there are implements around the place that indicate that this is a treatment facility, and there seems to be a very small kitchen of sorts in the back, probably where the tea was made.
Oh, tea's probably poison.
Like, it's okay, this is OOC. Sir Becken looks over some of the other options. So I'm to presume each of these has a different duration on how long until the resurrection applies? Yes, of course. There is one option that probably has the fastest one, if you're interested. As Morgana points their finger directly over at one option, which indicates you will die in 1 year. Could I have some time to think about this? Oh, but of course, take all the time that you need. We'll be waiting. Sir Viking gets on up to head over to the door. And as they're about to turn the doorknob, you see them almost with some amount of resolve inside of their eyes. Actually, I think I shouldn't push this off. I need to get this done. I've made my choice.
What?
Fantastic.
Can we, like, elocution radio FM him? Would that work?
Elocution, I do think that elocution, your telepathy does not require the target to be willing, right? You can radio directly to them.
Wait, what are you gonna radio to him?
I don't know.
Nothing.
Ask him to reconsider. Or, like, get him to ask... well, firstly, we should be like, hey, it's Ray, I'm in your head, don't look surprised. Ask her how long the resurrection will take if you die.
The fuck?
Sir Becken seems to, assuming Jamie is willing for this. Jamie, are you, transmitting this accordingly? Okay. The message, you see Sir Becken kind of pause for a second. Assuming I choose this one right here as listed, about dying within a year, how long would the resurrection take then? Oh, it would be instantaneous. You wouldn't even need to go back home for it to take effect. It would just happen. It would just happen. Just happen, just like this. Boom.
Wait, if we're stealth, then we make an insight check. What happens?
Why is this spider looking at me funny?
Like, I don't. Insight check is really weird because the fact that you have to actually squint at someone in order to somehow, like.
It probably just means that you aren't as actively stealthing at the point, so you'd be like a little more visible, so you can get a clear view of all the finer details.
Do you have insight, Ray? I have it, but I don't know how much my size affects. Probably not right now, right? Actually, I'm in your shadows.
Yeah, not right now. Though you'd have to move a little bit as Ray is shadow to get kind of the angle for the insight. So you may
where do I have to move?
As in just like you it's part of making the check. So some amount of movement, some kind of tell of some kind. Though, of course, if they can't spot you, they can't spot you. But,
Okay.
you know, you are moving again, which may potentially break your stealth.
Okay.
I have a
So, what do I roll?
plus 3 to
I
inside.
have to roll stealth. I have +5.
Yeah. Both of you can make an insight and a stealth check if you would like.
Okay.
Oh wait, would I roll insight as a
Oh,
spider?
wait, subtract that 3.
Yeah, as a spider. No,
I'm
you
good.
use your own mental stats, actually, I believe, in Wild Shape. It's only the
Alright.
physical stats that you use.
You keep your skill profs too,
Cool.
in addition to gaining to whatever skill profs the beast has.
I don't know how insightful a spider is, but
It's weird that that rolls at advantage, but the stealth doesn't. But that's supposed to be 8 plus 5,
what?
and the other one is 26. Sorry,
Okay.
6 and 13.
And Airy?
I'll pass. I don't have proficiency in insight. It's just
I do have this. Oh wait, fuck. How do I click on this?
well, I'm a wisdom-based character, apparently.
Ability.
Apparently.
I mean, I have a +3 to wisdom. It's not the it's not
oh,
it's not
just
the
kidding.
highest.
It's not ability check. Never mind.
Sure.
Alright.
Right. I'm insighting.
Nice!
Reroll. Okay, I can't help you.
Okay, fucking. Oh wait.
That's without trace should still be active.
Yeah. And that actually has stealth.
Also,
is-
your
you
spider
just
form
roll.
has a better stealth than you do.
It does. Well, in the
We
sake
can just
of
add it. Just add 14 to that. Which
Yeah,
is
there you go.
23.
It'd be 15, I think, because they have a -1 on that.
Yeah, but 9 plus 14 is 23.
yeah, if we use the spider, it's just like +14. So I say we keep the same d20 roll.
Jamie, remind me to look it up. I have to see how the two interact, like with the specifics.
And this is my re-roll insight. Oh my! Oh, the dog!
You can keep re-rolling. The heck?
I'm telling you, that bear actually took all my good rolls.
Okay, there you go.
Wait, do you have? You said you don't have insight proficiency though.
Oh yeah, no, I do
That's
not.
wisdom.
That's just wisdom.
Surprisingly, they do have a wisdom sore.
Wait, you need insight proficiency to squint at someone?
I mean,
You just made it,
you
but
have
without the proficiency bonus.
Without the proficiency, you are basically just relying on your regular old intuition, as you normally are, and don't know how to see somebody's tells. Basically, that roll happened,
So
but it's
you
not
basically
very
can't.
valuable.
You can't roll. Basically, if
Oh.
you
Yeah,
don't have
it's not-
proficiency.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
As for you, Nameless, however, you do actually have you actually got a pretty solid insight roll right there. Looking over, you can't entirely tell how truthful they're being, but at the very least, it doesn't seem that they're obviously lying. Although, one thing that is complicating matters is that they do have an illusion magic up. How much of that is due to the illusion is uncertain.
I have blind sight though.
How many feet of blind sight do you have?
Is it? I think it's 10? Question mark.
If you have blind fighting, it would be 10, yes.
I want to say I have more than that for some reason, but I'm not sure. Let's go with 10 for now. I'm gonna look at my character sheet.
Yeah.
I mean, if maybe could clamber down here and then under
Yeah, I
the
guess you can move a little bit closer.
You'd have to be doing that after if you were planning to do this, because that's a little retroactive.
Oh,
Fair
okay.
enough.
As Morgana brings them over. Fine, fantastic. Let me bring you over to the special chamber for this.
Ooh, ask her. Ask her what happens to you when you die. You're important too.
Wait, did he straight up say that he's gonna pick that option?
They have not said that directly.
Okay.
I think she's just trying to move things forward a bit.
As Sir Veckin follows behind Morgana. It's almost like a consciousness is speaking to them inside of her head at times as they go, sorry for so many questions. No, you should. There's a lot of things that you have to consider when going through a treatment. If I were to choose the option with death, what would happen to me? Oh, you would just die in that case. A bit morbid when you think about it, but it seems like a fairly equivalent exchange. Nothing more to it. You would be dead. That's it. Just how would it happen? You would be sitting there, and then suddenly you would die. It's really hard to be any less literal about this. There's a tinge of annoyance inside of their voice that they are trying to hide.
Let's like pop into his head. Say, do the options that they've given seem benevolent? You were already poisoned, and one of their options was you have to poison people. I don't think that's the will of people who are trying to do good. You should not take these offers. You can't trust these people. Or at least say you want time to think about it.
Make a persuasion check, elocution, as elocution is relaying this message.
Oh shit. Elocution. Warlocks are charisma based, right?
They are.
Poggy's much better than me.
I cannot reroll.
That's true. Oh my god. The bear took elocution rolls as well.
Oh my goodness.
Sorry, I am having a lot of second thoughts, but... Oh, Jamie's got something up their sleeve.
Oh, wait up.
She has like her fiend thing, right? Does she want to use it though?
It's fine. It has to be
One's
fine.
own luck.
Oh, so just add that to it.
This will add a 6 to it. Wow, you
And
tend
if,
such a lot to add.
Theoretically, if she does end up taking actor, she would have advantage on this check. Because like she is still in the middle of picking her level up feats.
Oh, I see. You posted the text. Yeah, I'd say that they interact as expected, because one says you mimic the speech, but it doesn't necessarily say verbal speech. And it says you speak telepathically, which implies some level of speaking.
What was the question?
Whether or not actor and telepathic interact with each other.
Oh.
Nice. I'm also imagining this is inside of Ares' voice as well. Because you can actually mimic Ares' voice at this point. Sir Veckin gives some pause as they almost look like they're ready to sit down inside of this chair. Morgana looks like they're pulling out some paints from underneath the table over here. Sir Veckin thinks for a second. I know I've had a lot of second thoughts, and sorry about that. This is a big decision for me. But why are these options so... You can say it. Wicked. Poisoning people. Spying on people. I mean, I understand that it's part of what people like you do. And what do you mean by people like you? Morgana says. Hags. You make these dark bargains, I'm aware of that. But why does it have to be so wicked? Oh, you know, Morgana doesn't seem very fazed by the observation. It's part of the way that we channel our magic and power. But I feel that as long as we're being as transparent as possible about it, it's perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with that. You came here with something that you were looking for. We're here to provide it. And if it happens that the interests align, all the better. And if they don't, then how unfortunate, and we hope you reconsider. So you're here to spread misery, just like anybody else then. In a manner of speaking. Are you ready to sit down now?
I can help you instead. I spread good deeds, remember? What's the point in bringing back your lady if you are not there to be with her?
I may come back. I'm sorry. I may come back. Ah, yes, of course. Take all the time that you need. It's fine. Don't worry, I wasn't doing anything more important anyway.
What does Morgana
Looking
do
over at
once
Morgana
she's
as they're putting away the thing, they do have the illusion over them, which doesn't seem to betray anything happening. But as they pass by Ari and look like they're kind of cleaning up the area and picking up the tea, you get a view of their expression, which is like of gnarled, gnashing teeth, kind of like grinding against each other.
like to go towards the wall and just very like inconspicuously go towards the door, like just sort of like move, yeah, just like slowly, just randomly stopping for a bit,
Mimicking the motion of a spider, basically.
yeah. So sometimes just randomly going up the wall with spider climb, stopping, going back down until we get to the door
And you do, successfully.
and slink out. And then I'll oh wait, where's my token? Ah, thank you. Ooh, oh, I clicked the thing again. Oops. Can we tell him to you know what? It's fine. We've done our job. We can go back towards the boat. Link up with the peeps.
Where did Vecna go?
He's here.
Vecna? Sir Vecna, you'll notice,
Vecna?
is
Vecna?
currently...
Vecna.
They kind of are just standing here, a little bit away from other people, and just kind of staring out into the darkness of the ocean.
Ooh, wait. I'd like to go into this bush. And then unpolymorph and stick my head out of the bush. Hey.
Just to be clear, Elikisha, were you using Ares' voice for that telepathicness, or are you kind of using Sir Vecna's internal monologue? That's fair. You've never heard Sir Vecna speak, so using Ares' voice as you pop up.
Yeah, literally just stick my head out of the bush. Hey.
Ah, hello, little fairy. Well, I heard your voice inside of my head while I was inside of making an offer.
Yeah, As you guessed, I am like a what did he call me before? He said I was like a fairy guardian or spirit or something. I think he thought I was.
Yeah,
Either way,
something along.
he said something along those lines, and I'll just remimic. That's see, I'm always there, helping you out, even if I'm not there.
Still, I am troubled. If not for here, where else would I be able to find something and be able to bring back my lady?
Well, eventually, perhaps once we've left this place, I'll be able to summon great healing magics. I sort of like to put my hand up to my mouth and just sort of like whisper, I've gotten in with some gods. I'm sure they'll be able to help. And then just sort of try and flash a mischievous smile. But we have to leave this place. I promise, if you come with us, I will bring back your lady.
Make a persuasion check at advantage, Harry.
Guidance?
A meow from a nearby bush.
Persuasion?
Meowdings?
Oh wait, I actually have persuasion proficiency as well. Oh my fuck!
Oh my god!
Oh my god.
Holy shit.
I mean, those are ones, so they can be re-rolled by Shadow.
No, what am I looking at? But yeah, reroll.
Stupid fucking bear! I swear to God, or bear, taking all my good rolls. Just because
The
you
bear
can.
has ruined you. The bear has
It's like
ruined
I'm
you.
trying to do something really nice, and the dice are just like, nah, fuck you. Okay, thank you.
A little bit more reasonable.
And then 1d4.
It seemed initially that Sir Vekin was just viewing you as but a mere child as you were talking, until a meow distracted them inside of a nearby bush. And looking back at you, they see you for the fairy you really are. Well, it is perhaps better than supporting this sort of enterprise. I'm not sure if you are aware, but that
We know.
person there was okay.
Yeah.
Just making sure.
Hey, ask him how he knew.
Oh, how did you know? A shadow wants to know.
How I was aware that they were a hag?
Yes.
Everything about this place screams of dark magic and reeks of it. While I'm not as versed in magic as I would like, I do have some telltale signs, stories that my lady would tell me, and one of those stories was of here, of Darkwater Vale. It's why I came here initially on the off chance that perhaps there was some truth to it. And indeed there was, but I was hoping it would be a little different from stories.
So you'll come with us?
It is perhaps better than this. Okay. Hey, go ahead and stand up. Where then to?
Well, we're kind of just trying to make a ship, but I don't think perhaps we should be seen hanging out too much. It might make them suspicious, but we can contact you. We have a radio. It's a whole thing. Just think of it as fairy powers. But if we can speak to you, and then you can speak to us, and if we may need your help taking out, or if they get angry at us enough to fight, we might need your help. So just yeah, if you need help, wait, he can't really call us, can he? Just try and act inconspicuous. Try and stall them, delay them. If you really need help, try and attract the attention of one of us. our ship's
Understood.
down there. And, yeah. Cool.
My only
And-
concern is that they might already know more than they're letting on. It's hard to tell, but the stories. I'm not sure if you would be willing to listen to an old man's tales, but I've heard much about this place, and I know much about its history. And it's likely we kind of see them looking about. I'm not saying that they already know we are together right now, but it wouldn't surprise me if they did.
Well,
I mean, if nothing else, their people here might be spying for them too.
well, just try and stay safe. Try and avoid going into corners, going like with them by yourselves. Just try and be safe.
You as well. Now, I will. If there's no time for an entire tale, I will regale you one thing from the stories, and I have plenty of them in case that's what you were trying. If that may be of any help at all, if we are to venture together. But it is said that throughout the tales that people have attempted to occasionally fight these hags, and it's as if hitting them does nothing. And the tales say that those enlisted under their care would suffer the repercussions inflicted upon them.
It's like the old heart thing the hags and Curse of Strahd were doing, except the peoples are the hearts.
Which is troubling and limits the amount of options that you would have. I'd recommend that if we are to get off of here, we should do so expediently.
Okay. I've let the rest of my group know. We'll ponder on this. If you have any more stories, we have some people who are smarter than I am. You can probably talk to them through this radio, or they can speak to you. They're probably better. They have more plans than stick your head out of a bush and talk to you. So.
Well, perhaps once I hear what you are after, I can try my best to assist. But yes, we should quickly end this. You need to get back to where you are, just in case they haven't already realized we're connected with one another.
Indeed. And all I want to do is do good things, as I said before. Then I'll flutter away. And then get sidetracked, look inside this cannon.
I'm
Is
going to
it
try
filled
stuffing
with
it full of
fish?
fish again.
No, I'm just looking. People sometimes store valuables in cannons.
Yeah. Nameless looks unconvinced.
Oh wait, is this a cannon? Or is this like a telescope?
What's the telescope?
Is this a telescope?
Oh yeah, it's like a periscope, though. You notice it's a fairly useless periscope because it stares off into, the darkness, making it completely ineffectual. It makes one wonder why this was even built here in the first place.
Probably for when it wasn't dark and sad.
Darkness isn't sadness, how dare you?
Dark and sad.
I'll come back. Hey everyone, we got a new ally, and those hags may be invincible to some degree. That's cool. How's the boat?
How's the boat, Aqua?
It's been less than a day. Gerlaxel's crew has been, hard at work, just kind of piecing things together. One thing that they seem to be doing is that they seem like they're, discussing whether or not the boat should be moved off of the water, repaired on the land instead.
Or like put on dry dock kind of thing.
Yeah.
That
That's what
seems
player me was thinking.
reasonable.
I was about to say, like, as a sailor, does that make sense to me?
As a sailor, it seems like there's pros and cons to it. One of the definite pros is that the ship isn't going to be smashed quite so frequently by the water, which seems to have been impacting it recently. But one of the other cons is that now it's inactive and unable to be used, which Durlaxle seems to have an inclination you are interested in keeping it around.
I mean, we weren't exactly going to be sailing away until it was done, right? In theory.
Yeah, but if it's like still fortified and we can leave, it might be better to have the ability to, you know?
Hmm.
I feel like we would also get work done faster if it was on land. Like, that makes sense to me.
Mm.
Would
Yeah,
it?
you know. Well,
We can definitely drag it onto the shore.
I was about to say, like, how easy would it be for Diesel and or other giant people to move it if it was on land?
To move it, it would take like a few actions, but it'd be possible if they were working together.
how?
Let's do that then.
Yeah, that sounds
we
about
don't work
right.
well together.
Yeah, I mean,
Alright.
the benefits of being massive.
I mean, I
I-
could get bigger and help with that. Like, I have a swim speed, so I don't need to be on the boat necessarily.
Alright, you also risk potentially injuring the boat unless you have a really good athletics checks on these. So, make it
Okay,
count.
Not have athletics proficiency.
I do
I-
have good athletics.
I do.
I have prof.
Yeah, I
you
have
gonna
good
make
athletics.
a strength save?
A strength save will not do it, no. Jojo, you said
Would
you were
it?
going to try going out to the other side and be larger?
I mean, I could. That's up to Diesel because it's his ring, though.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense to me. Like, I grew larger in an effort to make this easier. So, being larger feels like it's very valuable when the ship is much taller than a person.
I just noticed there's
big.
like some numbers in parentheses on the side, and it says like passive athletics
Ooh, wait. I can make you even
history.
bigger.
You see a tiny fairy trying to help you out, Jojo.
No, I have enlarge reduce.
Hey, Jay, if I enlarge one more time, do I get any bonus?
Hmm?
If I make
Um,
myself one step bigger, since
Can
with my with my rune knight.
You're already large, aren't you? I thought you could already get. You were medium. You became large or huge, and huge is
Well,
something
I'm
you're able to get.
I'm the same size as. Wait, no, you said the rune knight thing. With the rune knight thing, I can. It makes
I
me one
thought
size
he
bigger.
said he'd think about it, but for the moment, huge is as large as he can get.
Oh.
Yeah, huge is the largest you're able to get to because it is true. Rune Knight doesn't actually let you even get to gargantuan.
Oh. Okay.
I did not actually invest enough time into thinking about it. So,
Oh.
subject to change.
Okay.
Do I get a bonus because this is the favored terrain?
Elocution. Jack tries their best to help out over here. I gotcha.
And I imagine this would
Alright.
also be easier if I got really angry, right? You could
Yes,
say.
absolutely.
Excellent. We love getting angry.
So if I had two sources, this is like always advantage for this, I would get a bonus, right?
Yeah, plus it.
Okay.
Oh, wait, actually, that's right. Enlarge gives you advantage on strength checks, so I actually don't need a rage.
You. Oh yeah, because
Unless
spells. Yeah,
yeah,
spells over redundancy.
I don't think that would work like that. And this is actually casting the enlarged spell, so
Okay, if it's the spell, I guess I don't get the +2 then.
Yeah, that, like, I thought it was just a spell, but the duration is until dispelled.
Do we get advantage for the favor terrain though? We are in and around water.
I mean, it's not like it matters though, because we're already getting advantage because of enlarge.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I have advantage on strength check anyway, so that I get a +2.
But not because enlarge is a spell. Spells don't contribute to redundancy bonuses.
I have athlete.
Oh, why do you have that?
Yeah, what? Do you have athlete?
Yeah.
They wanted the climb and swim speeds, I think.
That's funny.
I mean, do you remember last week when I was trying to lift the wood and I was really outraged that my rolls were just awful, even when I was rolling at advantage? That's why. Yeah, I've got athlete.
Fascinating.
I just didn't want to dump strength because I always dump strength.
I guess we're gonna be rolling our rolls now.
Okay, make the attempt. Nice. Oh,
I reroll that.
Fuck,
again.
reroll it.
I will reroll both. There we go.
Mine's
Do
Sorry,
I
wait,
get a
I'm
reroll?
better than you guys.
Yeah, I think we have only used 2. Oh my god. Okay, that's. Wait, is there
unfortunate.
anyone else who's rerolling?
I don't think so. It was just me
Anyone
and
else who's
Diesel.
just rolling? I guess.
Fascinating.
Alright, and heave.
Oh,
Oh, we crushed Cyrena.
Oh, weak.
Okay, she's made of water.
wait. Are we bringing it like over here towards the shipyard? I'm assuming. That's kind
That
of
would
what I
make more
figured.
sense.
Yeah, I
That would
figured
make
we
more
were-
sense.
Because if I remember correctly, we were over here, like on
Yeah,
the,
it
on
was
the side of the
only
dock.
showing the boat here right out of convenience.
Yeah, but yeah, I feel like this makes the most sense to be in the shipyard.
We just beached our boat.
I like that there's still wake on the boat.
Yeah, I cannot remove that, but there it
Yeah,
is. The ship incurs a little bit of damage during the transport process, but nothing substantial.
It's fine. I really feel like with the tools here, it makes the building process faster anyway. Because
Well, how about that? Jalaxel says out loud. That's a most unique way I've seen of bringing a vessel to land.
yeah, no need for a system of 10
It's a lot
pulleys.
better than crashing it into the port.
Second.
Have you tried rolling better, Richard? I know it's not a very common strategy. Look at Ray right here.
Yeah. Kion can't crit.
Sure.
Maybe it's not Kion, maybe it's just rogues that you play. Maybe you can't play rogues.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sorry. I was just double checking something. Oh, fly somewhere. Cyrena kind of looks about. No, not right now. It's kind of already. Oh, scabby here because of how dark everything is, and I'm a little afraid of height.
Oh. Okay,
You can take Jack. Hey.
you can already fly. Come
Oh.
fly away. Why would I give a bird a flight? Like, hello.
Wait, we can make Jarlaxo big too. Does that increase his efficiency?
Asking Jalaxo about this, they go, I think I prefer my regular tools, which don't. You see them like hold up a little hammer. I don't think
Wait, no,
that,
enlarge does enlarge the stuff that you're using.
I have a very strong feeling that if I were to swing this hammer at the boat much larger than this, it would not have the intended effect.
Nameless looks unconvinced.
But the boat has been successfully marooned yet again, but this time intentionally.
Oh, just like the name of the ship, or the name of the.
Title drop.
Now that the boat's out of water, I am much less interested in it. I'm gonna fly around, doing something else.
Alright, is there any other tasks that are being undertaken this day? Otherwise, it looks like it might just be repairing the boat and keeping an eye out on things.
I got nothing.
Someone could try investigating the pool area more. That's like the
Well,
only
we
thing I can
did
think
get
of.
a sample of the water.
I mean, I'm wondering what the source of it is, you know? That's
Oh.
what I meant by investigating it, but I'm busy on the boat.
I feel like,
You
uh,
could not be busy on the boat and come with us.
Yeah.
No.
I feel like I've
no.
already had like a solo mission, well, a duo mission.
But yeah. Boat is more important than just curiosity.
I mean, what about you, Aetherion? Do you want to come stalking?
Yeah.
Cool. You are. I elect you expedition leader.
Oh no.
I'll follow your lead.
I don't know where I'm going.
You're big. You might want to shrink down. For a
Yeah,
bit.
yeah. I'll end concentration on the spell. Well, you see
Aetherion
there's-
too.
Yeah.
There's a big spooky pool in the top right corner.
I need to be reduced by the ring bearer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can you
Done.
I mean, I just got enlarged by it, so it takes an hour for it to recharge.
Oh.
Yeah. So then they go an hour from now. You know.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I guess we could just help out with the boat for an hour. That's not too crazy.
Doing something. 1 second. Sorry, I missed what that last thing y'all just said was because I was doing things.
Because Jotira just got embiggenated, we have to wait an hour so that I can get reduced, and then another hour for my bird. No, I'm kidding, we don't have to wait for the bird.
You got some time. It doesn't look like anything is currently interrupting you, unless, like mentioned, there is any other investigationing going on. Investigationing? Investigationing. I choose to use the word investigationing.
I think it's investigating, but yeah, sure.
Investigationing.
I mean, I can always end my concentration and just sort of like do an aerial sweep of the place. Just have a quick look, see if anything.
Sure. So you're just kind of spying on the city from the air, right?
Yeah, sure.
Keeping an eye down
I'll
on
go
the
with
city.
Ray.
My
Yeah,
bird
you see,
will-
you're constantly watching down and seeing people go to and fro. Every now and then you catch a glimpse of Survekin, who just needs to kind of like try out some of the local food nearby also.
Being poisoned all the while.
So I swear to God, if he gets poisoned again,
While people are to and fro, one thing becomes very clear though. You've never seen the hags exit onto the streets at any point.
Oh, they're using
about-
the path.
what about when the hag like was here?
They exited briefly out of their inn to talk with Sir Vicken at that point, but otherwise they're not like walking the streets.
I see.
Oh, let me bring back Morgana's token over there. Her token is representing where they are.
Is the top of this building like? Is it like glass? Like, can we see into the pool?
Yeah, so actually you can take a look over and see inside of it.
Sure. I mean, we've already been inside, but more just sort of like flying high, having a look down.
Okay, let me actually show you, since we have a map for it now, what it kind of looks like inside. 1 second.
Didn't we have a map before?
No, we've never had a map of it.
Ah.
Oh. Yeah, you kind of have a look on the interior and you can see that it's how big it is.
It's all black.
Right. Is it? Is it still?
Yeah.
Not for me.
Oh.
Maybe just for you.
I'm gonna refresh. I was having trouble moving my token earlier.
That's not Jarlaxle, by the way. That's just a regular drow mage.
I see.
We never suggested it was.
They were able to finally see.
I'm loading it, and it's grey.
In game.
Oh, wait, I see. Very nice, very nice.
The restorative waters that are there, you just see people kind of relaxing inside of them, like one might do inside of just the regular bathhouse. It doesn't look like there are facilities here, though, for, like, for example, putting your belongings or, rinsing off afterward.
So, are they just going in fully clothed, or what?
Huh?
So if there's no, like, changing facilities, like...
Why are you asking that?
Because Akka said there's...
Because yeah, he literally just said there's no facilities.
Alright.
Yeah, it is odd. You would expect a bathhouse to have facilities like this, but it doesn't. And
Right. So are people going in fully clothed, or?
when you see somebody enter, they already appear to have a bathrobe on. So, like, watching, you see people enter the inn, get ready in there, and then head over to the bathhouse right after.
Okay.
Okay, let me bring you back over. Any other investigating?
Investigating.
Investigating. Alright, if there's none, then the day goes by without much incidents. Jarlaxle and their crew, along with the help of your giant mites here, help them out in getting some more repairs done onto the ship and making it sturdier than it ever was. It already looks like it's in a condition where it could be sailed off, but the goal is to get it into a better condition than that. And so, thus, keep track. Who's sleeping in the inn? Who's sleeping outside?
I sleep outside.
I will
Nameless
sleep
sleeps outside.
I will also be outside.
I mean, I'll just sleep near the boat, I guess.
I'm gonna
Sleep near the shipyard.
I'm gonna sleep in the inn.
Right.
Normal size, though.
And like you're just standing there, watching, always
T-posing.
watching.
Just T-pose.
Do you even have perception?
Wow, you can't just ask me.
And you sit down the eyes, they have on their picture.
as as the day does wind down, Pterodactyl does also head back over to where their home is along with their family. And by the beginning of the second day, everything is ready to continue. As more boat making time happens.
So convenient that you don't need to swap between day and night here.
Isn't it?
So nothing suspicious happened in the Hag Hotel?
No. You wake up just fine. Nothing suspicious has occurred.
Do they do breakfast?
Yeah, they have breakfast.
Is it poisoned?
Checking it? No, it doesn't seem to be.
Is it normal?
I'm gonna eat the food then.
Yeah. It's pretty good actually. And at the section of the inn that has the food is actually closer over to here. It looks like, based on what the little notes about the area on the table say under the ground here, it is Greensong who is the one who does most of the cooking for the inn.
Does it seem like we have disadvantage on wisdom saves?
No?
The dust of deliciousness.
Fascinating.
Otherwise, area as you exit out of the hotel, just find that it's a regular day here in Darkwater Vale.
Huh?
And thus the second day passes fairly uneventfully, as you do get the even more repairs and fixes done onto the boat. Being on land has expedited the process a bit. It does look like it is not going to take a full 10 days to get this thing up and ready at the current rate that things are going.
Assuming no one's doing anything else, Nameless has nothing to do, so they'll help with the boat. I don't know if that helps with anything.
A little bit of assistance, though they mostly get you to go and get food for everyone.
Wow.
I mean, Nameless
Yeah.
actually has the highest strength score here thanks to their gauntlets.
Big Shadow,
They're
go get
not-
food.
They're not exactly in need of there is a point of diminishing returns where having one giant's pretty useful, but having two quickly becomes not nearly as useful.
I would think that two
But
is
Ray
still
can
useful,
carry
but 3
me,
or
and I
4
can
would-
fly
might be
up
too
and then
much.
do the other things that are unreachable. Yeah.
Oh.
I said Ray can carry me, and I can fly and do things that aren't normally reachable by a giant.
You want the small size character to carry the large character
Yes.
and fly.
Yes,
Interesting.
you heard correctly.
Sorry, I have other plans. I have a restaurant I need to spy on.
Oh my god. Okay, well, whenever Ray goes to do that, Nameless will follow.
So, spying on a restaurant. What specifically are you looking at with the restaurant?
Like to land on here and cast detect poison again and have a look around.
With the detect poison, you do notice that the food does not appear to be poisoned.
Oh. Hawk?
Why are you so suspicious of hags?
Look, you weren't here last week, okay? They actually had poison.
Yeah, they were
and-
poisoning the food
Oh.
so that people would use their healing springs.
So, yeah. So we broke into
I
this
was actually
restaurant.
here, just not for the whole time.
I'm gonna ask
Oh,
Ray, do you wanna stake out at the springs and see where, how they're enchanting the waters?
Yeah, I can turn into a small animal again if that helps.
Alright, so you stake out the spring. So, inside of it or from the windows up above?
I was gonna say, as a spider again.
Yeah, inside of it, if that's the case.
Alright, you go ahead and keep an eye out, staking out the spring. While staking it out, however, you notice that the situation seems relatively benign and normal. You don't ever see the hags themselves enter into the bathhouse, though plenty of people do exit and enter regularly. It seems like it's a fairly normal part of life around here.
At some point when there's no one in the bathhouse, I'm gonna drop some dirt in there. Let's see if anyone comes to clean it up.
You drop some dirt. At some point, one of the people enters into the facility, and then when they exit out and they enter into the inn, you see a person very similar to like the ones over at the restaurants, kind of mutedly head out over into the bathhouse, clean up the dirt, and then return back to the inn.
Someone is cleaning. Okay.
I mean, I don't know if that's a person. They're probably some kind of like hag construct, CBH.
Yeah.
I say we go in. Not, yeah, I say we go in.
Go in and
Go into the water.
go into the water.
I mean, both.
Kind of sus.
I mean, if it has restorative properties, you better hope it doesn't have dispelative properties.
Well,
Dispelative, that's a word.
It is now.
well, since we're still since we're just taking it out, I won't have transformed just yet. I'm gonna fly him. Why not?
Buzz.
As me, as normal size, small size. Right, I will fly into the water.
Alright, you head over into the water there, Ray. It is warm to the touch. And then you go ahead and what are you just dipping in fully clothed?
Yeah.
He is now. She is now.
Well, just isn't. You kind of like you know how like a falcon dive bombs things. I'm gonna do that.
Fascinating.
Alright.
Are you gonna dive bomb into the pool?
Yeah.
I'm gonna
But not like-
casually yeet myself off right before you hit the water so that I end up getting there.
Nice little splash as the water suffuses around you. Ray, you feel quite nice. The water here is good. It's good water. You feel at ease with your muscles loosening up and your worry seeming to escape from your mind for just a little bit. If you had any worries, that is.
Oh my! It's like I'm not homeless. This is nice.
Fascinating.
Nameless sniffs the water. Even
Sniff,
though they
sniff.
can't smell.
I don't know what the smell of water is, but it probably smells like that.
Smells like temperature.
It smells like nothing because Nameless can't smell.
Oh.
I don't think water has much of a smell to begin
It
with,
smells
TBH.
like
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Nameless probably wouldn't know that. Sniff, sniff.
Now, since it was brought up, as you're swimming about and enjoying the water there, Ray, one thing that becomes apparent is that there doesn't seem to be you would expect there to be some constant influx of water into this bathhouse, but you're not finding one.
Wait, the soundless servant didn't replace any water? How did they like
You are
clean them?
bathing in the water that other people have used.
Yeah. So like
Human broth.
how
My
did the
God.
servant clean it up if they're not getting like new water?
Human
Breathing in
broth is a
person.
good phrase.
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
It's
I once
magic
heard it
water.
referred to
Speaking
as
of the-
turtle soup for a turtle character.
Yeah. Taking a bath is just creating a U-flavored stock.
This is an interesting perspective.
Tell me, you make broth by like putting bones and stuff in there. It's like putting a whole chicken in to make a chicken stock, except a human.
I mean, yeah, that's why there's like showers before you go into the pool. Yeah.
Yeah, that's just like how you make like when you make ramen.
I mean,
you,
this one doesn't have showers.
Yeah, like also when you make ramen, you'll use the first batch of water, or you'll throw away the first batch of water and then put it in it. It's like rinsing the bones off beforehand to get like a cleaner flavor that doesn't have any like scum from leftover stuff on the carcass.
Scum.
So yeah, so like it's exactly just making human broth or person broth, you broth.
Okay, so does the water look murky then, if that's the case?
No, the water looks very clean.
Okay, so how is it being cleaned? That's what I'm asking. If they're not getting new water.
Purify food and drink.
You don't see anybody actively going into the water to clean it, and yet it appears.
Wait,
to be
but you
clean.
said the servant did that.
Like you put like dirt into the water. I assume that.
Yeah,
you
I
would
mean
make
like it gets a little bit muddy then, right? So how did the servant clean it?
If you put just a little sprinkle of dirt inside, it would just kind of dilute within.
It's true.
Unless you like throw a whole heap of dirt.
That noticeable. You know how like the bottom of swimming pools, like sometimes there's like a little bit of dirt and stuff.
No, I cannot attest to having regularly scoured the bottom of a swimming pool. So
That's weird. You never like look down when you go swimming.
I've
that
not.
shit.
Long time.
I apologize. Perception is not one of my proficiencies. I cannot notice dust at the bottom of a swimming pool
Okay,
corner.
well, regardless of what happens, can you tell me how they're cleaning it then, if nothing is happening?
Yes, you did. If that's the case, in some way you sullied the waters. This servant went in and they just kind of got a bucket and they just took some of the water out, and then just brought it outside. And they just kept repeating this until there was no impurities remaining inside. The water level remained constant the entire time.
Okay. That answers the question.
Yeah, like the water level doesn't rise as people go in.
No, not noticeably.
Hmm.
So I'll swim to the bottom and take a look for any ways in which they may the water may be being refilled.
You search, but you don't entirely know what you should be looking for. You might even say that
Are
you
you
lack
proficient in
investigation
Arcana?
proficiency.
God damn
Oh.
it! Just
Wait, you have Arcana?
no.
What? What are you good for?
That's
Wow.
kinda fucked up.
Toxic.
Wow, what toxic.
You want to say that to me in character, huh?
Yeah. I have investigation, but I don't really want to go in the pool.
You cannot see anything from up here outside of the nice clear water.
Okay.
I mean, okay, I will ask you in character. Like, do you get wet if you go in someone's shadow? Like,
I don't believe so, but it is a very strange, uncomfortable feeling.
What if there's
Are
sweat?
they? Is anyone like dripping like after they come out?
Yes.
Okay. I was wondering if maybe this was like some kind of weird ooze rather than water, but
Is water wet?
Is
not
water
this
wet?
again. Look, it'll be fine. Just jump in the shadow, then we'll have a look around.
If you get in the bath with Nameless in your shadow, does Nameless get wet?
Yeah, that's what Ray was asking.
Oh.
Yeah.
And Nameless said no, but it just feels very uncomfortable and weird.
Look, we're here to have a look around, and I don't know what I'm looking for.
If I stand with my shadow on the water, can I just like hold you hostage and force you to get wet?
Fuck.
Atherion with all of the deep questions today.
Like I wouldn't be able to get off somehow. I don't know.
Well, no, but like if you don't like getting wet, maybe because you're a cat, then you know.
Then what?
Well, but if if you have to get out of my shadow and my shadow's on the water, I can like force you to get wet, I guess.
Yeah, but how did you get on the water in the first place?
No,
If
I'm
you
on
like
water,
just
my shadow is on the water. Like the sun is casting my shadow onto the water.
Oh, I think Jay wouldn't let. No, I don't get wet because Jay said I couldn't get into someone's shadow if they're like above
If you're already
they're
in.
not like on the ground. So like if I was already on you and you're hovering above the water, then I'd technically like be on your like underside shadow. If that makes sense. Not the shadow on the ground.
underside shadow sounds suggestive.
Ugu. Hello.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Rest, did you see my thing? Oh, I put an OOC. Roll a d20. If
Oh.
it's above a 10, I'll go in. Alright.
Is someone opening these scrap papers, by the way?
What scrap papers?
It keeps opening its on my end.
Oh, that's my bad. I was adjusting something.
Okay.
Nameless will first stick a pot in the pool and wave it around, and if nothing happens, they will slowly enter Raid Shadow.
Alright. You go ahead and enter in slowly, Nameless. You don't really like the sensation of water, but water is not offensive. It's not like cold, dripping, icky water. It's nice, warm, clean water, like one might have if they were taking a bath. Still, perhaps not to Nameless's taste, however.
As soon as you go into the shadow, I'm gonna jump backwards into the water, going wee.
Nameless is unwillingly weed along. Alright, what do I see? I look down.
I think Gray just dragged you out of the water.
Oh.
What? No, I'm in the water.
Oh, were you not weeing them out?
No, I was weeing them in.
Yeah,
Oh,
like, you know when you push
wee.
from the pool, like, yeah, you just go
Yeah.
wee.
You know, like
You begin looking for anything that seems to stand out within the waters here, Nameless. Go and make an investigation check.
Do I need to make an Arcana check too?
No, just investigation.
Okay.
Looking about to see if there is much that you can find that kind of stands out, you do actually encounter something embedded very cleverly between one of the cracks of the floor right about here. You notice that when you place your paw over it, your shadowy little paw, you can vaguely, very small, very small sensation of some like water pressure, like, you know, air, like water bubbles moving upward. That's not quite the word I'm looking for. Like, you know, the sense of like a very
current?
small water. Yeah, like a current. That's the word I was looking for. Like a very small current. It's barely visible,
Like the
but you can tell when you have placed your paw over it that there seems to be something there beneath this crack.
Oh.
like the
You do the same with a few other cracks around the area, and you can faintly notice it as well.
Oh.
So what happens if you block them?
I don't know if we can block all of them. How many cracks are there?
There appear to be 8.
just get some flex.
Oh, there's a lot of cracks. I don't have that many hands. Paws. Appendages.
8 isn't very related to hags, right? They're more of a 3 kind of people.
they are.
Well, they do have those underground paths. Do any of the paths lead like under the bathhouse that we've seen? Maybe we should go looking for one.
An underground path beneath the house?
Yeah.
Certainly not impossible. You think that you haven't really, you know, traversed the tunnels around the inn, but it definitely is not out of the question that one of them would be there. Especially if it was like in a storage area of sorts. While pondering and thinking that, somebody does enter into the bathhouse.
I would say our next step would be to go look around on the paths underground and just explore. If the hags ask us what we're doing, we'll just say we're exploring.
Ray, as you surface up from looking at the water nearby, you do see Morgana there, near the entrance of the bathhouse.
Oh, she did actually come. Nameless waves.
Oh.
Hello.
Oh, hey.
Hello there. Just checking in on how things are inside of here. Are you finding the accommodations acceptable?
Yeah, it's,
I'm not sure how much I like being wet, but at least it's warm.
Well, we have drying facilities over inside of the inn, but you were just the person I was looking to talk to. As they look over at Ray directly.
Oh, that's never gonna be here.
Oh.
I had heard
Okay.
that there was a little pink-haired individual that caused a ruckus at a restaurant recently, and some people had asked me to intervene on their behalf to talk to you about it. Why would you do that?
I'll slowly leave the pool.
Nameless just looks like they have no idea what Morgana's talking about and continue casually swimming around.
I'm a little bit wet here. Could we talk about this when I'm dry?
No, I believe that this has to be addressed now. I mean, it's okay, I can help get some of that water off of you. They cast Gust at you, and some of the water droplets forcibly fall off, though clearly not enough to actually dry you. There, close enough.
Make a strength saving throw, you get pushed back into the pool.
Well, I don't know what you mean. I had caught some fresh fish, and I wanted to see if the chef would cook it, and they didn't, and they threw me out. It was quite discourteous of them, so I left it at that.
I don't know what your plan here is, or what you're getting involved in, but this city is ours. Back off.
Well,
But like, I don't. Literally, just like the face that's on the token is like the look I'm getting, like just the confused smile, like I'm not doing anything. Okay, fine. I may have admitted that I threw the fish at them. I was a bit annoyed that they wouldn't cook my fish. They had all these fish cakes, and they weren't that good. I just wanted them to cook the fish, and they said no. I got a little bit annoyed, so I threw the fish. But I've not thrown any fish at them since.
Make a deception check, or a persuasion check.
I mean, it is true.
It is,
is.
yeah.
It's true. But I was also kind of aiming at where the poison was, so I guess it was
Better.
I don't think either are particularly great.
I have something that gives you advantage. Hang on. Well, wait.
Wait, no, it's fine.
Nameless can provide you some support. Okay, it's fine. Yeah, just roll.
Can I have advantage because I'm in my favorite terrain? Water-based flying. Water-based
No.
flying. Okay. I mean, you know what? I'm trying to convince her that I don't mean harm. And to be fair, at this point, I actually don't mean harm to this place. So there we go.
Very cool. Very cool. 1 second, I'm double checking something. One second, I'm just double checking one more thing.
Sure.
checking how much health you have for power word kill.
Oh, what
I
was
did
it?
not say that.
I swear, we rolled last week. Is it for disintegrate? Which is which is it? Is disintegrate 4d8?
It was It's like some base amount plus some dice. I
Yeah,
don't remember the exact.
it's like 48 plus. Oh, whatever. There was a spell which basically insta killed, and it was like 48 plus 30. And I remember we rolled it last week, and on that roll, I did get insta killed as a hypothetical. So maybe.
Yeah, I remember that. Good times. Good times. Involving being insta killed.
Not being insta killed, hypothetically insta killed.
After after the roll there, regardless of whether or not you know what you are doing, maybe you should sit somewhere politely, maybe on your little boat, and just stay there and leave us alone.
But the other lady invited us to the inn. Both ladies
Well-
invited me to the inn.
Well, as of now, you are expelled from the inn.
Ah, that's
Now
kind of
find a
odd.
corner in a little shadow in the city. There's plenty to choose from, and stay there.
Oh, I get it. There's a reason why it's only you who talks to me so much. You actually like me.
I
You're
knew
just
it.
hiding it. Because the other ladies don't talk to me this much.
Right, you are beginning to feel the adventurer's tinge of hostility.
I'll look to Nameless. Did I get that one wrong?
Don't look at me. Emotions are weird.
I'll nod to you. Yes, emotions are weird. Well, if
But
that is your wish.
Echo has told me that when people come and talk to you a lot, it does mean they like you.
Well, let me go ahead and demonstrate how much I like this one then. As this actually is initiative being rolled.
Oh,
Okay.
I see. How do you roll initiative? I know that.
Oh, I wasn't expecting initiative. I'm in the kitchen.
Nice. Very cool.
Yeah.
I just have to use this
Cats
for now.
can't cook.
Because I also wasn't prepared for this outcome.
Plus, minus 1, plus.
Plus.
Guidance might be needed here.
So let's see, between the two.
Oh, that's weird. This one doesn't apply the 1d4. Okay.
Nice.
Dex check. Oh, Dex. Whatever it's called. Tie break. Yeah.
I think my dex is pretty low.
Oh yeah, it is.
I mean, she has a plus 6 to her initiative.
13. Can I make her roll a I can't make her roll a disadvantage. Wait, is that an ability check? Yeah.
Initiative is a dexterity check, yeah.
Oh wait, should he roll a 7 though? Okay, it's probably not gonna get much lower. Never mind.
1 second. I'm just double checking one thing. One moment. Okay.
Yeah, this is the message I
Immediately.
sent to everyone.
I'm just imagining everyone hearing that and I'm like, oh my god.
What's Morgana wearing by the way? No, I'm kidding.
He's wearing a bathrobe.
No, they were very much not wearing a bathrobe of any kind while entering into here. The
Probably.
first thing.
That's against math etiquette.
Yeah, dude, what the heck?
Checking this. I think I'm missing one thing on this. Ah, here I am. Okay.
Oh, radio the dude. Radio the dude. Get him to come out as well.
I mean, shouldn't you just be like flying, dashing away?
Oh yeah, I will.
Yeah, 'cause
I-
she's probably gonna get like one spell off, basically.
Yeah,
Like
just,
polymorph you into a snail.
Or power word kill.
Or power word kill.
Or disintegrate. Or finger of death.
something.
It's like, why must you say all these mean spells?
True polymorph.
I mean, the hags in Curse of Strahd definitely favored Circle of Death.
Well, they really did.
It's a good spell.
I remember didn't we eat like 3 of them? Oh, sorry, yeah, you're gone.
But that's not the spell that you see them casting immediately right here. As Morgana, here, pretty close to you, casts Hold Monster.
Oh, can she give me a wisdom save, please?
Yes, they can give you a wisdom save. 1 second.
Okay, yeah, that passes.
Alright, make a wisdom saving throw.
Wait, what is the DC for that the glyph or whatever I forgot what that's called. What's affecting
Sanctuary is DC 18, I believe. Oh, this version of Sanctuary is DC 18.
Oh, then she can't target you. Oh no, she rolled a 16. Okay, hang on. I think I can make her re-roll that, right?
Can you?
I don't know. Was that a buff or runic shield? Oh, strength or constitution saving throw. Okay, hang on. Let me see if I have a different thing. I don't know if it's only.
Wisdom.
No, not this one.
I'll tell you what, while you're looking, I'll roll it anyway. If my character sheet.
Yeah, you can use a reaction to cause the roll to have advantage or disadvantage.
For which one? Rune of Gloom. You have not activated it yet, right? Yeah, you haven't entered the prophetic state.
Can I not do a thing at the beginning of initiative?
No, that was moved to 10th level, remember?
That was okay. Wait, I don't have the thing open. Okay, then no, I can't do it.
Oakley dokley. Save is just, yeah, it's the top one, so it's save.
Nice, good roll. Alright, and then they will go ahead and back off, creating some distance.
Yeah, just flee.
Yeah.
Fly, you fool.
Alright, it is your turns.
Yes. It's.
Maybe if you flirt with her more, it'll make her stop attacking you.
Just for clarification, I did mean that, like, platonically.
Oh yeah?
In case it wasn't abundantly clear.
Oh, it was very abundantly clear.
Okay, cool. Then. I don't know. This character doesn't have such interests. Nameless. You just consider what you're doing, or do what you want to do, and then I'm just double checking.
I don't do anything. I literally sit on shadows during our turns. I only do stuff on enemy turns.
I see. Then, what I will do is the door open.
Yes, the door isn't locked at the very least.
If you want Nameless to do anything for you, you can ask.
Okay. Then, okay, that's probably not it. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll do that. I will turn Elle into a riding horse. And as I'm doing it, say, Nameless, we should go.
Counterspell.
It's not polymorph,
Wild shape?
it's wild shape.
Watch it, then it's not a spell. You're good. I thought you were literally casting the spell Polymorph.
No.
Okay, so she has counterspell and she has hold monster.
You transform into a riding horse and horse your way out.
And I was like, back to the bath and the weird spell. That didn't work. And let's try and let's still yeet away.
Horses
sorry.
can't open doors.
Name's
I
gonna do it,
mean,
it's fine.
Nameless can open the door.
Could someone remind me, is wild shape an action?
It
Yeah.
is, so
Yeah.
you can't dash.
You're a moon druid.
Okay. Yeah,
I thought it was a
it's
bonus
druid.
action, isn't it?
No,
I think
No,
it's
only
Bonus
if you're a
action
moon
for
druid.
moon
yeah,
druids.
bonus action is good.
You're right.
Ooh, then, can you close the door after we've gone? What? It blocks sight!
If we close the door?
Because it blocks sight!
I mean, a horse can't open the door, but it can definitely
Yeah,
close the door.
wait, it's an item interaction to open the door though, right? And so I guess I still have my action.
I mean, just kick the door closed as the horse. You don't
Good.
need a Nameless to do that.
Yeah. Okay. If this is yeah, sure. I'll tap the door closed.
And then
Close.
just see a horse like just yeeting itself out of the bathhouse.
Yeah, you just see people just kind of walking by and kind of like looking at this horse that's running at full sprint out of the way.
But yeah, it does seem like as long as we're not contesting their rule, they won't bother us much.
You sprint and find that there is no chasing to be had. You get away without any issue.
Okay. So Vekan.
Servekin is not right there at this moment. Servekin is
Oh, okay, fair enough.
over here.
So it was about 20 move speed to get there. Oh, I just clicked on the door, didn't I? Oopsie.
Yeah, you don't find any issue getting away.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
What
Right.
happened to my bigness? Does it like reset tokens when you change maps?
I'm not sure. I mean, that's easy enough, actually. You just have to literally click on yourself, and then one of the options allows you to change your own token size, the dimension, like this. Boom. Done. Easy. Presumably the others were even like getting ready to head off to your assistance, Ray, as you kind of ventured back in time.
Yeah.
Like I would
Yeah.
have gotten there in time.
Check. Too quick. But I'll you know like in like a film or something when like they try and bring a horse to stop like really quickly and it like rains upwards.
Yeah.
I do that as I'm stopping.
Did you drift?
Did you try?
And then if I can change back without using an action, I will. If not, I will stand there as a horse.
Yeah, she
For
can
6
take time just to
seconds.
do that stuff, yeah.
Okay. Well, I stayed there one night and they kicked me out.
You did
Mhm.
cause
Out
quite a
of character,
commotion.
I feel like that would be a common occurrence for Ray.
Troublemaker fairy.
Is it really troublemaking if we're on Evil Hag Island? Come on now.
I mean,
Hey,
in a way, troublemaking
gone
on
on
Evil
top.
Hag Island is an act of good.
We're not
Exactly.
on pot, so it's okay.
But it's still troublemaking. Maybe
Nick,
we
it's an
shouldn't have
illusion.
done
I don't know how
that
to tell you
without
this.
having a plan.
You don't know that.
I feel like we do actually know that.
Yeah, you very much do.
I mean, if I can't see through it, is it really an illusion?
Oh my god.
Damn.
Darion is perhaps down a little bit in difficult manners.
I tell Ray, let's go check out the paths next.
I mean,
Surely
I
nothing can go wrong.
I
I'm
get
not.
the feeling.
Wasn't Ray kicked out from the inns specifically, and those paths are
Yeah,
part of the inns?
There was a path to the from the bathhouse.
I mean the.
Which is not part of the inn.
I mean, she also kicked her out of the bathhouse physically, essentially.
I mean, we can always go back.
Or, when you think about it, she tried to keep me in the bathhouse, so, you know, I was the one who chose to leave.
I have a higher wisdom score than that.
I do. But no,
I just imagine him saying that out loud. You have a higher wisdom score than that.
I get the, I probably shouldn't go back there. Maybe the other people are a bit nicer, but I feel like she is.
I mean, clearly Aetherion should go because he wants to be closer to Morgana.
Out of character. I'd like to think that Nick is Darion's inner monologue.
Yeah.
Well, either way, I can't transform into any more animals, so unless you've got like a big mustache.
Can you use a spell slot too? I can't remember.
Not for much it.
Wild shape, you have 2 per short or long rest.
Okay. I
Oh.
thought you could use like a 5th level spell to redo it, but that might be smart.
It's like a paladin capstone kind of thing.
Yeah, I'll tell the peeps the full events of what happened, and then
Damn, when I was here, I was hoping we would be able to kill the hags.
I mean, we already had heard the story from Sir whatever about how they.
Sir, whatever.
I can't remember the
What
name.
the hell?
Sir Vecna.
Yeah, Sir
Back-
Vecna.
What? Yeah, Sir Vecna, true.
Yeah, definitely, 100%.
About how like the hags don't even take damage like their subjects do, which is in keeping with what I know of hags and their capabilities.
but no,
We probably won't be able to do much until we figure out how to sever that.
Yeah, you need to
I-
find some way to sever the link. If I had a guess, I
guess
think they're
Nameless is
creating
the-
the link with the portraits that they use. So theoretically, if someone could find the portraits and maybe destroy them.
Wait, they're using portraits?
Yeah, like she was even giving paints out for when Sir Vecna.
Oh, I didn't know she was painting. She was gonna use the paint for a portrait. You know, there are a lot of things you can use paints for, man.
They mentioned it
Sniff
last
paint.
session.
Oh, really? Okay.
You could huff paint.
It's like a picture Dorian Gray shit.
You
Kinda.
can't help
Yeah.
paint this picture.
well, okay, but if you want to go investigating, I can always be polymorphed by elocution, because then if you get caught, I'm not doing anything. I'm just a spider or something.
I mean, Nameless does have some known connection to Ray now.
Oh yeah.
Wait,
I
I'll
mean,
still hang around. It's
Yeah, you
whatever.
bathed together.
she only said I was not allowed, right?
Yeah,
That's
she didn't say
true.
anything about
but
me.
I'm not saying that Nameless can't go. I'm just saying they will be suspected if they do. I mean, I'm all for just finishing boat, though, and getting back to boat time.
We can finish the vote. Like, if you guys aren't interested in fighting the hags, it's fine.
I mean,
See, hags equals magic items, but also potentially party death.
it's very risky.
Sure. I mean, we could always just come back another time, like another
I mean,
chapter.
theoretically, we could just redo the chapter later.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
also think we don't necessarily need to do that. I don't know.
Also, potentially next time with less fish throwing.
I mean, look. Sure, this is kind of Ray's fault, but really, you guys
Really?
left her
Really?
you guys left her unsupervised, so
It's
You know.
it's really your fault, right?
it really is not all my fault.
Hmm.
I mean, I couldn't be a minder because I was busy with the boat.
Nameless is 100% not gonna give a shit. Ray was causing chaos. That's the best thing ever.
Is chaos the best thing ever?
Yes.
What about pizza?
What does pizza taste like? What is pizza? I ask Ethereum.
I don't know if pizza exists in D&D.
I mean, didn't A's get pizza when he was narrating?
He did.
So
Oh, we
he,
got
he got
sandwiches.
microwaved pizza. No, he got packed microwave pizza, didn't he?
Yeah, they did microwave pizza.
We have microwave pizza in this?
So pizza does theoretically exist in Faerun, apparently.
Alright.
And microwaves?
Apparently.
I'm gonna use that as evidence of it existing in in each of the individual stories. They kind of exist in a weird quasi-canonical space.
I mean, yeah, like a story being doesn't mean anything about another story if you think about it that way.
Otherwise, if there's any other investigating and or shenanigans.
Yeah,
ask-
I would like to go investigate the path. Like their secret paths. Right, you should just come anyway.
Before that, can I ask Jarl Axel if I can like stay with them?
Stay with the family.
Yeah, I like put on like a real like sort of like puppy eyes sob story. They kicked me out of the inns. I was just doing what they said, and now I have nowhere to stay.
Aren't you like a fucking... Like, you should be fine living off the water, right?
Yeah, I mean, Nameless is sleeping on the boat.
I mean, you guys are sleeping not on nice beds. I want to sleep on a nice bed.
I mean, I'm a
That's-
turtle. I sleep inside my shell, not on a bed.
I sleep in nature with my bird.
Look, just because you guys can theoretically stay on a boat, well, doesn't mean it would be nice to stay on a boat. So
Why don't you go throw fish at another person?
I threw it at a cabinet, not a person. Thank you.
I mean, the obvious response to that would have been throwing one at Ethereum.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
what
yeah.
the heck?
True.
Nameless
But-
hands you a fish. Here you go.
I mean,
Feed
I
it-
have
I'll
lots
feed
of
it to my-
fish,
I'll feed it to my bird.
but I feel like, given the angle I'm trying to ask this person for lodgings, is like sort of like a poor me, I'm kind of cute, help me kind
I
of
mean,
thing.
do you want to get a Jarlaxle on the Hags' shit list with you?
We'll be fine, probably.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Oh.
Okay.
Unless you'd like to actually suggest that to me, because that is not something I am considering.
I mean, it's not like I could actually point that out until you actually start doing your sob story. So, like, I wouldn't be able to have a time to point that out, I don't think.
I could, yeah, if you said it like afterwards, though, I could just be like, oh wait, sorry, change your mind.
Yeah.
But I'm
Good
interested to
class.
see what they say anyway, at least.
You go ahead and make a persuasion check
I'm great at the.
at disadvantage. Actually,
Oh
thinking
my
about it.
god.
Wait, you wanna? Is it a You can make a deception check, and I can give you advantage by default. I hand you my rune.
No, it's fine. I'm not trying to not trying to deceive them. I'm, it's just an angle.
Just
the
an
sob
angle.
story is an angle.
It's an angle. That's the way to describe it, as the angle.
I mean, I'm not trying to deceive him. I was kicked out. I did do what they say. Like, they said, oh, stay in our inn, use our bath, and I have done both those things.
They didn't say throw fish at a wall.
Cabinet.
Haven't.
Yeah, but they didn't say we couldn't.
I didn't say we couldn't.
They didn't say you couldn't kill them either, but that doesn't mean you can.
One
What
moment.
does that-
So you're saying we should go kill them?
They have done nothing wrong, as far as I'm aware.
Hmm.
Done nothing
You are
wrong.
prejudiced against hags simply by being hags.
Can I insight check Ethereon? He's acting kind of sus here.
They've been kind of sus for a little while. This entire session they've been saying things that would get them on a few lists.
Admitted.
Very, very suspicious lists.
My list.
Sorry, give me a second. I was just setting something up.
The next fight with the hags. You incited
I'm
me.
just rolling things. Dralaxel takes a look over at you, Ray, in your puppy dog eyes, and it's like, sorry, I can't. I can't invite somebody over without letting my family know about it, and they don't know you. I don't really know you either.
Ah. I guess Ray will stay homeless. I announce as I flutter away.
Emotional blackmail.
You just
I'm
see
going
Jack
to-
slowly lean over next to your head. You want to sleep in my bird nest?
Fuck.
I'm not gonna respond to that, and I'll sit on Nameless's head.
You're gonna sit on
Uh,
my head? You can't sit on my head. As soon as you like touch me, I just enter your shadow.
God damn it! Come on, help me out here. You're fluttering.
Cyrena will kind of speak up as boat's getting repaired. Actually, I kind of look up over to Diesel while speaking about this. So, you're kind of like the leader of Team Red, right?
I like to see it as a collective, but yes.
An
No,
oligarchy.
there's no one else here to say otherwise, so you could claim leadership right now.
Yes,
Well-
but my other fellow Red members are, I'm gonna look around and go invisible? I don't know where they are. So, yes, for the moment.
I guess I was just wondering something. I don't mean to, make a fuss. Once the boat is ready, where do we go?
I mean, we were going to head to like another port, like a real port, and we were going to get our bearings there, right? Although, the one thing that we do have that we haven't thought about a lot are the treasure map scraps, but we still don't know anything about those because they're incredibly fucking vague.
Where do
There
you-
was probably something back where we found those manta rays and stuff, but we probably weren't really prepped for that at the time. We can go prep for that, find a port, and then go back.
Oh,
Yeah, I feel like that's pretty accurate. Like, we're just trying to find a way back home, I guess, in a sense.
So, we're looking to see what's down there, and also about the treasure?
I mean, it might
I-
be related to the treasure, is what we were thinking.
Oh, I see. Okay. Alright, that makes sense to me. I could go around and ask if anybody knows anything.
Here.
Just
I
one's
mean-
possible.
The thing about treasure maps is that if there is any validity to them, people will do violent things for them, you know? So it's not really the thing you typically want to ask strangers about.
Got it. Okay. I'm learning a lot. They accept what you say without question.
Oh,
I mean-
that's not gonna backfire.
don't think I said anything questionable.
Yes. That would certainly help in accepting without any question to it. Alright. You go ahead and, I believe just finish up the second day without incident. Ray does not successfully find a lodging for the night and does get the luxury of sleeping outside, homeless yet again.
Nameless says they can come sleep on the boat. Again. Casually. Also, do we have time to investigate the past today or no?
On the second day?
Whatever day it currently is.
If you'd like to wait for things to simmer down a bit, then
Okay.
the third day arrives. The boat is making substantial progress. It's already got a second mast up and hoisted on it, and it looks like there's just a lot of integrity checks being done to make sure everything is shipwright. This boat is, by the looks of it, although it's based on your current one, is probably going to be twice as big as it currently is, at least.
Excellent.
This is definitely a lot easier with you being able to hoist the larger pieces. Typically, we have to rely on the cranes.
Yes, that is kind of what I was hoping to. I was hoping I could be of assistance on that front.
The third day. Alright, were you planning to do that tunnel investigation there, Nameless?
Yeah.
Although, before you delve off to attempt that, you see that around the corner there is actually an individual that does appear. And you hear the pitter-patter of little paws as well, as Green Song and Morty seem to show up. As Green Song just kind of waves their hand out in like a little peace greeting.
I'll whisper to whoever's closest to me. I think someone else should do the talking.
Like Kusha will talk the talk and walk the walk. Right. Green Song shows up. Hello there. Just admiring what you've been working on. I can hear it. Although I can't see it, just to be clear.
What's the Hellhound doing?
Morty, they're just kind of sitting loyally next to Green Song's side. They seem to hug them quite closely. I just came here to check on how you were all doing. We noticed that you weren't staying at the inn recently. We were wondering if you found some of the amenities offensive.
Wait, there are people that are staying at the inn.
They mean this group, specifically.
Yeah, there are people in this group that are staying at the inn.
Are
Which
there?
ones were?
I thought it was
I
only
think
me.
I know it was just Ray, I believe, and now not even Ray anymore.
I mean,
no.
Lazuli was staying at the end.
Yeah, I
when
thought
they were-
Lazuli and Grau were. At
They kind of
least I-
aren't here, so I kind of don't want to assume what they may or may not be doing anymore based on
I mean-
information.
Yeah.
Okay, well, Nameless will just say they prefer sleeping outside because that's what they're used to.
Yeah, I mean,
We did enjoy your baths.
gesture vaguely at my entire personage. I feel like sleeping outside is fine.
Well, fantastic. I just came here to double check on that. I'm glad to hear that it was nothing that we did. Was there anything that you needed? Otherwise, me and Morty are just going to return to work.
No, I think we're good here. Thank you.
Yes, you can hear us working on the boat here. That's me personally. It's my objective, so I kind of follow along with everyone else here, but my focus is the boat.
Alright. That sounds great. I'm glad that you're finding something that you're so invested in. Well, Let's go, Morty. I think that these people have it under
Wait,
control.
can I insight check? Just peer at her. Is it kinda
Their
weird?
illusion magic is making it difficult, unless you want to get even
Oh.
closer.
No. How far is she? Oh, she's actually like 15 feet. Look at that.
Minion.
All right, Morty. And so off they go. You were still planning to investigate the tunnels, Nameless?
Yeah. Okay, wait. So Morgana didn't tell them what was happening, I guess? It's a pretty interesting red flag.
Tags generally don't like each other. They work together in covens of 3 because they have to get the coven powers, and they want powers, but they still don't like each other.
Oh.
In general, anyway.
So when Morgana said that Ray is banned from the inn, she's technically only banned from Morgana's inn.
I mean, that might have gotten communicated just so that they look strong solidarity.
Morgana clearly, not Morgana, Greenstalk clearly did not know that, or was pretending she didn't know that. So
Yeah, pretending she didn't know that.
Maybe.
Nameless looks at Ray. Time to go.
Like, all I'm saying is, every time they said something which provoked me to respond, I passed all my whiz saves, so I'm not fucking shouting stupid shit at her.
I can be invisible if I don't move. You've mastered the art of standing so still.
There's that invocation that lets you be invisible if you don't move.
Yeah, that's the one that they're referring to.
Is there a way for me to join in on the path investigation? Yeah, you can come. Anyone can come.
There is
okay.
one more piece of information though. As Dralaxel does return to Diesel, and they are working on the ship. Let me check the thing. Diesel, with your insight proficiency, you can tell that something seems to be bothering Dralaxel.
Is everything okay?
I'm gonna note it's probably not because he's got that covered. I'm just going to say I do have insight expertise now.
Oh yeah, but they're mostly working closer to Diesel right now is why. Like, they're
Okay.
kind of like on the same side of the ship.
Alright.
Just presume right now, based on the token.
As you were.
Dralaxel, does say, well, I was talking to my dad about the idea about sailing off and got some disturbing information. When they made the deal with the hags, I presume you informed Dralaxel about this being hags at this point.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. And they already got over all the initial kind of I knew it feelings about that. When they made the deal initially, one thing that they didn't tell me, I was wondering what they gave up in exchange for that. They can't leave this island. It's part of the deal that they made.
I mean, that doesn't surprise me if you... I assume you talked with some other people that live here. It seems like that seems to be a fairly common strategy employed. And that also... I also want to bring something else that we've uncovered that is also concerning, is that there is the chance that the hags are using these deals as a method of preserving their own life, and if something were to happen to the hags, they might use your parents' life force effectively as their own.
It is concerning. Not to say I'm still considering sailing off, but not being able to do that with my pop is going to make that a harder thing to
Of course.
think about.
I mean, at the end of the day, the decision is up to you, but I don't think there's anything positive about a gloomy place like this at the end of the day, and I mean, as much as it would pain anyone to see their family, stay behind, I don't know what other option you might have.
True. It's either that or stay here until you pass away. And what's that going to be? However many more years? I don't want to. That's even just morbid to think about. I'm free to leave. I guess as long as nothing bad happens to my dad, they lived their whole life, nothing bad's happened to them. As long as I don't do anything to get on Hag's bad side, I assume my family should be okay.
What did
Do you know
his
if
dad
they-
get in return again?
Yeah, I
Um,
mean,
Did he ever
I
say?
don't know if you've asked that.
Their dad appears to have gotten, physical longevity. So they appear to be really young.
Oh, so they're not gonna die anytime soon. Nice. 10-10. 10-10 trade.
I was gonna ask, do they have a copy of the contract that they signed? Do you know the exact terms?
Up until even yesterday, my dad's never told me what they gave up in exchange. I mean, I've asked him about it a few times, but never really pressed the issue. Because it's kind of like, not really my business kind of thing.
Of course.
But they just
I'm just
were like,
worried. I'm just worried since we are dealing with hags after all. I'm wondering if their deal might have included you, and that would be the most concerning thing, of course.
Can they even do that?
As a player, I don't know.
I'm going to consult my Arcana expertise. real
Yeah,
quick.
we have two people with Arcana standing right here. Maybe,
Yeah.
we have.
You pull your heads together. Magic and supernatural abilities like this usually can't rein in unwilling participants. Although it can make willing participants try to rein in unwilling people through like convincing other people or trying to bring them to a location where like they could be sacrificed. Like in classic tales of like cults grabbing people and then sacrificing them.
I was just thinking, like, it could have been possible, like, with all the stories of, like, Fae doing things for, like, your firstborn and things like that. But apparently not, so...
Yeah,
I guess
that's kind of what I was thinking too, like for your firstborn, exactly. I mean, I would say it's unlikely, but also, hag magic can be...
Yeah, hag magic sometimes breaks the rules.
Yeah. But it is out of the standard realm of magic, but...
Well, that's reassuring. I'll continue thinking about it, thank you.
Of course, and I mean, at the end of the day, this is your family and your decision. I don't want to press anything on you. I just, looking around here, I think that it would be in your best interest. You have the skills that people can use in any port city, so I know you could find a place. And it's more just a matter of, is this where you want to be?
It'd be nice if I could keep in contact with my dad somehow. If we had something like that. I don't think there's anything quite like that.
Well, you said that ships come with supplies sometimes, right?
I mean, sending stones exist,
Yeah,
but they're
sending
not
stones
ideal.
are a thing.
What's a what?
Sending stone. It's a pair of stones that when one person holds it, they can use the sending spell to the other person holding the other stone.
Oh, well that sounds perfect. Do you have one?
No, I do not.
Oh.
Well, what I was thinking is, if there are, if there is a time where a ship comes by, you could always send one of the parts of the pair here and, have it as a delivery. I don't know if that kind of thing is possible.
Well, it's outside the realm of possibility. I trust my crew here. Alright, got it. Yes, I'll continue ruminating about it, but right now I think there's a good chance I intend to join all of you.
Well, that's good to hear. Like I said before, I think it would be beneficial for you to be out of this place and away from those three.
The investigating thus is now commencing. nameless, right? I think.
I
Elocution.
drag Ray along. Anyway, let's go.
Hey, Elocution, can I take you up on that polymorph offer?
Did Ethereon want to go? I thought we were doing something with Ethereon.
I don't know.
Okay. Let's go to the Green Song Inn. We'll just go to the path. I don't know if there's a map for it or something.
Are you are you trying to stealth your way in? Just to be clear.
No.
Because otherwise you'll be reaching the same entrance that
Burb lacks permission to update token in parent scene.
That's because I was moving the scene about a bit. As soon as you enter into the Green Song Restful Ililan Inn, you just hear like even though Green Song doesn't seem to be able to see you, you hear Morty bark just one time, and Green Song goes, "Oh, hello. We have visitors."
Hello. Don't mind
From the
us,
dock.
We're just passing by.
Oh, fantastic. Actually, I was just about to contact you about something, one more thing. So this is great timing.
Yes.
Have you met my sister Azirsa?
Yes.
Well, Azirsa was planning to talk with you tomorrow about a message that they had, a request, but I can just relay it here. I think I have the details, right? Isn't that right, Morty? As they reach down and hit Morty on the head.
Sure thing. What is it?
Azirsa was heard about some of your capabilities. But they said that there were some giants that were coming by, and they were going to ask them to go and slay a monster for us out to the ocean.
Okay, wait. Out of character. Just to clarify, she said like there are giants, the race coming to.
I think
Park?
she was referring
They're
to
talking
us
about-
as the
yeah.
giants.
Oh. Okay.
They said you look so mighty and strong, and that you would probably be able to handle it.
No, we could consider it. We are looking for a port into a town that has more resources, but if you want to give us more details, we can get back to you.
Sure. Hold on, let me sit for a bit. Yeah. Now, just to make it clear, what I'm saying here is not one of our classic offers. That's not what this is. This is just a friendly request. Out in the ocean, about a day's away, and I can give you the location later should you accept. There's almost like a little city there that had been sunken below the waves, and treasure within it as well. A monster has been setting itself up there though, some kind of large shark. And so it's just a request to go and take care of it, bring back its body parts as well, and also to see if you can go below the waves and maybe pick up some treasure pieces. So that's purely up to you.
I see. And what do we get to keep out of this?
You can keep whichever part you'd like for the monster, as long as we get half of it. That's all I want. In particular, the heart, the brain, and I'm trying to remember what the other piece was. Not the kidneys, we don't need those.
The dong.
The dong.
Nice.
The stomach. The
Oh,
spine.
and also half of its
eye.
skin. Its hide is what we're especially interested in.
Huh, interesting. Alright. I'll talk with the group.
Fantastic. Well, please enjoy your stay over here at the inn.
Yep, thank you.
Ray, were you polymorph?
I probably would have only gone if Elocution had polymorph, right? Because they did mention it earlier, but I don't know if they're like AFK or something. Oh shit, they're there.
Okay, so you did polymorph successfully.
No worries.
Right, as you're polymorphed and what? It's a spider, I'm guessing.
Honeybee.
So, okay, I
honeybee?
didn't think about this before. I guess if you're polymorphed, I'm pretty sure she has some form of true sight since she's blind.
Ah,
So,
well,
Maybe she just has a really good sense of smell. She knows you're
I'm just
attacked,
saying.
you smell like.
Even
wait.
more than that, Ray, as you approach even in your honeybee form, you see that Morty kind of stands to attention.
Yeah. I don't. I just saying, like, even before we walked in here, I probably could have told you that.
Then why
If
didn't
that changes things, we could have gone to another inn that's not Morgana. We could have gone to what's her name, Azusa?
Azursa.
Azursa's inn. I don't know if that would have changed anything.
well, we're here now. It's
Okay.
fine. They're not gonna attack us, right?
Yeah. No
They might
chance.
attack you?
I mean, the sunken city thing is honestly kind of intriguing in regards to our treasure map.
I need to go and look. Where's the treasure map? Where's the scrap papers?
Yeah.
Yes.
This is all we have in the cult, and then we have a thing.
Yeah, it's not much to go on, but we could always maybe find more of it.
How far away was that manta ray monster place from here?
You're not sure unless you ask how long Serena said you'd been traveling for. If you did, presumably you probably did, because remember, you're often dropped into a time, so you don't know how long it's actually been. But Serena so
Yeah.
you had been out on sea for about a week.
Oh, gee.
Okay.
I mean, a week is absolutely minuscule by naval standards.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you should
Alright.
can radio in to get some opinions quick.
I mean, I'm interested. You know, theoretically, like if our ship is at a good enough state, we could do this and then not come back and not give them any of it.
That is
Um,
true, but I
I'll
feel
tell.
like
Okay, I'll tell Green Sun, that my group is interested in, and we can do it if we pass by the area.
Are you interested enough in order to make this deal a certainty? We're afraid, I'm sure you understand, about, say, for example, giving up the location and then having the spoils taken without returning them.
Of course. what? Like, how do you want to make this deal a thing?
Well, while not a traditional offer like the ones we make, we can make a binding agreement. Should you enter into the area, you will return what we've requested. Straightforward enough. No hidden terms.
Alright, what do you guys think?
no hidden.
Well, I mean, are they allowed to lie about binding agreements like this? As far as I know, no, right?
Check their fingers.
You can radio in on Jojiro, who has Arcana expertise. Hag
Yeah.
deals are fully binding.
Unless their fingers are crossed. I'm not even kidding.
Fully binding in the sense that there cannot be any hidden terms within them. It is precisely what people have agreed upon.
Okay, so, okay, then let's just say the binding agreement is
Am I wrong
if
about that exception? I thought it was, I
if
thought
we
it
go
wasn't
to the
binding if
city,
they
we
had their
will
fingers
be sure
crossed.
to come back here to
Sure enough.
Darkwater Vale.
Let me see if I can actually. Do you mind if I phone in Azursa actually to come over here? As you can imagine, I can't write, and
Oh.
I
One of her life
think you might be interested in this specific wording.
Of course.
She's using one of her lifelines to phone a friend.
Yeah.
Also, Aqua, am I wrong about the fingers crossed thing? It's just for
Yes.
deals between.
That is not something that actually occurs.
My understanding was that the deals between hags are binding unless their fingers are crossed.
Oh, I don't know about that one. I
I
said
have
they were
not heard this
binding,
before.
but like they always leave a loophole for themselves or some shit.
Azirsa does make their way over. They just kind of walk in through the hallway. Oh, Green
Oh,
Song,
okay.
thanks so much.
Curious.
for
They
figuring
always
that
have to announce their presence when entering another hag's territory, bring gifts when entering another hag's home, and keep oaths made to other hags as long as their fingers were not crossed when they made.
I mean,
the
we're
oath.
not hags.
Yeah. Okay, I was mistaken, but it is a thing. It's just not in this scenario.
Wait, like
Is
this
this
is
a
a thing in like 5e?
I think it was on the lore page from the Forgotten Realms for hags. Let me check. Yeah, Hag Forgotten Realms wiki. They have to keep oaths to other hags unless it was made while their fingers were crossed. I don't think it matters since we're not hags, but you know.
1 second, I'm just typing up what they would be writing down.
What you doing, Ray?
Me?
Shuffling. Yeah, your mic was making noise.
No, sorry.
What are you doing? You have
Alright.
to tell us now.
Azirsa goes ahead and places the specific wording right there. It seems that must be of interest. This would be the deal. Should you arrive within the vicinity of the sunken city we spoke of, you will slay the shark creature and return half of its body, which must include one of its hearts, half of its skin, and its brain.
It has more than one heart.
Oh, in a timely manner. Directly after, in fact, since it's not too far away.
Directly after we kill it, I assume. Like we have to bring it back. Am I here to even ask these questions? I don't even know.
Through the telepathic communication network, yes.
Okay. So is that a yes? Like it's directly after we kill it? We have to bring it back.
That
Yes.
was the purpose of the addendum she just added.
Yeah.
It's interesting that, like, it stipulates that we have to kill it, so, like, if we're outmatched or want to retreat, it doesn't sound like we can based on that wording.
It doesn't say immediately.
it said
Retreat
if
and
we're
come
in the
back
area,
is a
right?
theoretical possibility in terms of slaying it.
In today's session.
What exactly are they
There we go, better.
offering for this?
Oh, whoops.
Oh my lord. Why did you send it to us in like upside down Times New Roman?
That was an accident. Whoops. Better. As for what they're offering,
How is vicinity determined? Like, what is considered vicinity? Like,
Are we going full lawyer over this?
vicinity could, well, but it
I feel
matters.
like it's
Vicinity
tagged,
could be
though.
territory, but it also could be like a certain amount of feet, kind of thing, you know?
Oh, let's say if we had to make an informal term on it right now, unless you want to write it down specifically, but a verbal will be binding to the point where you can see the city.
Okay. This isn't because, like, I'm trying to nitpick. I just want to make sure we don't accidentally... how do I put this? We don't accidentally, like... We don't accidentally enter the vicinity without us actually noticing it, and then accidentally breach the terms of the contract because of a mistake.
Yeah, two things that we need to know. What is the offer for us? You know, what are we receiving? Then also,
Didn't they already
Eh.
say that we get, like, half the shark? Or whatever?
And whatever treasure we find.
so do we care about half the shark? It'd just be
We don't. I mean,
really.
we don't know anything about the shark, right? We might care once we know what it is. Better. Know
I mean,
better what it is.
we should know more about the shark and its capabilities, honestly.
and then also, I know she doesn't want to tell us where it is, but is it in the same direction as the nearest port? Because if we need to stop to the port for supplies, last thing we want to do is accidentally breach the contract because we enter the vicinity.
It's only a few days away. It shouldn't be. You would have to go a bit out of your way to reach it.
The port?
No, to the sunken city.
Okay, wait, she's lying already. She says 1 day, 5 minutes ago. So what the heck is going on?
Oh, that was just my mistake. They meant 1 day. That was my error, not the hag's error.
Okay.
Oh, now he's defending the hag.
You've been charmed, huh? Sussy?
Oh no.
I'm gonna insight the DM. Oh wait, I don't have insight proficiency, I don't think. I meant that both in character and out of character. I probably don't myself have insight proficiency.
Okay, so a few days away, not a day away.
I thought he was correcting it to a day.
It was a day, yes. I just.
Oh, okay.
I'm correcting myself the matchup of what was originally said. I mixed it up in my head.
Day away. Okay, yeah. Let's. Nicholas will ask. Can you tell us more about this monster? I want to know what we're getting into.
Unfortunately, I don't know too much more about it. Only that it is a large shark creature.
Do you know if it's able to cast spells?
Based on what we've been able to vaguely hear, no, it shouldn't have any kind of spellcasting ability.
Okay.
So,
Hoping that this isn't like some kind of celestial that I don't know about.
And when you say shark, you mean like a literal shark, not like a shark-looking monster, like not like a were shark or something like that, right?
All I know
Or
is
do
that
you
it
not
looks like
know?
a shark.
Okay.
Whether it's something
It could be
posing
a
as a
were
shark, we would be unaware of.
It could be a were shark, but I presume it's not likely to be a were shark, because I assume it's bigger than a normal shark, right? It's not just like a regular shark.
It is a bit bigger than a regular shark, yes.
Okay, so it's probably not a were shark.
Alright, there's also the other thing. If we take this thing, I'm assuming we're gonna kill the hags before we leave, right?
We can't kill the hags as far as we know.
Then
Yeah,
do
but-
we really want to take this offer? Because this will only make them stronger when we come back and give them their stuff.
I mean, accepting the offer and then not going there keeps us in good graces while we're here and still building the ship.
We could say, we'll just think about it.
I mean, yeah, of course, but we will need to eventually make a decision. So whether we make that now or later might not change anything, right?
Probably give me time to think about loopholes for what was typed here.
Fascinating. Incidentally, I feel like if we do want to kill the hags that you're saying, I'm sure there obviously is a way to do that, but we'd be risking, the other people that are here too. Obviously,
Yeah.
is the
Like,
more
my
important thing.
best guess would be you would need to destroy the paintings to break the link, but that in itself could probably have an effect on the people. Like, it might take away whatever they got.
Well, too bad.
Oh yeah, does
Well,
this contract also include a painting, or is that only for the deals that are made?
They've said that this is going to be different from their deals.
Okay, that's what I thought.
I mean, I don't see any reason to specifically get on their bad side now. I feel like there's no harm in doing this, since if it's a hostile creature, it might attack us regardless of whether or not we have a deal with the hags.
I'd rather we have time to review the contract and look for loopholes.
I mean, I was more concerned that this might be like a good creature and we might be forced into fighting it just if we end up meeting it.
It's possible, but we have no way of knowing, and sharks, I would assume, are generally considered hostile to most things anyways, as they are predators.
Don't like Sawagan have like some kind of weird connection with sharks? Like kind of shark god even?
They do have there's the god, the double-headed shark. You are aware of this. I think you have religion, don't you?
I do not, but I am a sailor, if that helps.
Then yes, you would have heard about what Sawagan worship. They do worship what's the dude's name?
But the Hagen are evil, so like.
Sekula, god of sharks, patron
Sek-
deity of their race. Sekula, the two-headed shark, is their avatar.
I'm just saying, shark-type creatures don't have a good reputation, just like were sharks are also not usually good creatures. They're
My
usually
headset
pirates.
did cut out during that, so I missed some.
What Aqua said or what I said?
What Aqua
Well,
said.
we kind of have a lot of information already without making a contract with them. If it's a day away, there's only so far it can be, right? So
I mean, yeah, there's like only a limited number of places it could be.
yeah, I still say we're gonna think about it, and then if we know for sure we're gonna go, then we'll come back and let them know.
I mean, the knowledge that it's a day away, honestly,
Yeah.
does mean we could just ignore them, blow them off, and go take it ourselves if we wanted to.
Yeah, pretty much.
But we probably do want to try to remain civil with the hags, as long as we're still building the boat.
Yeah. I would rather be on their good side and then fight them than be in a neutral or negative relationship with them and then fight them personally.
But like you said, what if we end up not wanting to kill the shark? It's probably a different situation there. So
I mean, yeah, that's possible. I'm
that's
just
why
saying that-
I dislike binding contracts like this.
I mean,
and
the
don't want
only
to.
shark creatures I'm aware of are like actual sharks, weird sharks, sharks related to the Swagans, and then also I think there's like a space shark, like a something scaver.
I mean,
Is
no
that-
sharks.
I mean, there's probably also something that
is that
Jay probably
related?
just
Is that like a
made up
normal
or something that
forgotten-
doesn't exist in the Forgotten Realms.
yeah,
So
I mean, unless it's related to like illithids, right?
I mean, it could be just like you remember how there were the aberrationified creatures down in the atoll? It could just be like a shark version of one of those,
Yeah.
yeah, but we
or maybe
I don't
it's
know, I'm
just an
saying
aberration
that
in
even
general.
though hags are evil, sharks are very rarely good anyways, so I don't see it. I don't think it's likely that we'll not be wanting to kill it anyways.
I mean,
I
sharks
mean-
are normally unaligned. They don't normally have alignments. They're just sharks.
But they're predators.
Okay,
They're
yeah,
like-
but they're not like inherently evil. Just because you're a predator
Well,
doesn't mean you're evil.
The Sohagan
neutral
ones
hungry.
are, and then
Yeah, neutral
generally
hungry.
were sharks are not like generally were sharks are not good aligned. They're selfish, and very rarely are they good aligned.
I mean, it's not like it's gonna be like if it is something completely different from a shark, like we aren't even obligated to kill it because it isn't a shark.
I mean, it'll probably be a shark. It'll be a shark we don't want to kill. It's
Mm.
just the one thing.
Well, I have a feeling we're gonna have to vote as a party whether or not we.
I mean, they don't know what the shark creature is, so even if you ask them, they
Yeah.
can't tell you apparently. Although I suppose that's why you're detect thoughtsing that.
Yeah, I'm a detective.
I just don't want to accept the agreement right now. That's it.
Let me see.
I don't want to say we can accept it later. I just want time to look at it.
I mean, I'm not against the idea, honestly.
Which idea?
Because I don't
Just
want to. I don't want to give them any stuff back.
I mean, yeah, I don't want
'Cause
them to
that
be able
just
to make
makes our problem bigger.
like they're probably going to be using those components to do some hag bullshit. Since
Unless
that's
you guys
not
just plan to
ideal.
just never come back here ever again, and that's fine with that. They can do whatever they want to the people here. But
I mean, but if it depends on how the chapter goes, right? Because unless we die, if we do the chapter again, it's not like whether or not we did this should have any impact on it, right? Because it'd be restarting the chapter.
I mean, as is, like technically, if we do agree to this and they tell us where the city is, we are not compelled to go to the city at all.
we just redo the chapter.
Yeah, I mean, like technically we
mean-
have the ability to, I don't know what the word is. I can't think of the word, but errata is not the right word. But
I mean,
something-
as written, I don't think there's much reason not to agree, honestly.
Yeah, I feel like just based on what's written there, that's not
Like, it gets us on some of their good side.
Yeah. Also, how many times, like, not necessarily in this campaign, but in general, have we killed stuff for the this sheer hell of it? Like, I feel like it's fine. You know,
Kind of reminds me of Nezahal, honestly.
yeah, exactly. We literally went in the water and just fucking slaughtered him. Why did we do that? Fuck if I know.
Because it started impeding on the territory left by Aramag being killed, alright? It was gonna
Yeah,
be
but anyway, that's
do?
We killed an
killed
elder
Aramag, and
dinosaur
then-
in the water
yeah.
off of Schult.
There's
yeah.
a magic card of an elder water dinosaur, and it took over the sea after we killed Aramag, and so we were like, yeah, let's go kill it, and we did. We didn't ask any questions. We were just like, oh, it's over there. All right, let's go fucking kill it. We asked.
Got a pretty good item out of it.
Yeah,
yeah.
and also it solved the problem before it became a problem, so we didn't get as much fame as we
included in
could
this
have. But
Well, anyway,
It was
I
a good
feel like
fight,
I
too.
feel
almost
like
died.
I feel like you know, there's a creature, probably a beast, not necessarily evil or good, but it's probably got some loot.
Hey, I'm just saying. when
We,
people
as the
make
great
characters
adventurers
make
we
them
are.
chaotic neutral, they just want to be dicks.
Like, we as the great adventurers we are, have no problem slaughtering things like that for loot. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
it's the kind of
Plus,
thing we do
I
anyway.
just thought about it. It's a shark. It's a beast. I want to study it for my book.
Oh shit.
There, I have a reason to kill it.
I mean,
Okay, well, okay. Technically, Nameless doesn't carry their way. It kind of, I don't like killing things for the sake of it, but I don't think Nameless cares.
This isn't for the sake of it,
Elocution.
it's for
Sorry,
my
I haven't
book, it's
typed
for
missed
research.
your message.
It's for research purposes.
I was just checking something. Bu- 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 bu. Okay, and who are you trying to learn the surface thoughts of? During her response. And what was the response about the shark creature?
About
I mean,
the location.
I mean,
and
did this?
stuff.
I thought Is whatever her face was the one who knew more about it. Although I could be wrong.
Yeah, I think well, she's there, right? So
Azirsa.
The one who, yeah, the one who doesn't have her name under the portrait.
Whoops. Bam. That is the person who you want. Okay. You attempt to detect the thoughts of Azirsa. However, it's not working.
Probably has non-detection on.
I mean,
Yeah,
there's
that's
any there's any number of like defensive effects that could be active. Mind blanks, hag bullshit.
they may not
You
even
want
be
to
there.
have a very quiet dispel magic. Well,
I mean,
I
if you
think that
dispel
would be
their illusion,
unwise.
I think they notice.
Yeah, I think that would be unwise.
Surely.
I mean,
Do you want to try on Green Song next elocution? Or do you want to try on Morty?
I mean, Morty would be the least likely to be defended against such effects, but they might also have like they're least likely to have useful knowledge.
Alright. Then you go ahead and probe the green song during their response. And their surface level thoughts are along the lines of, I'm sure Azirsa has a good plan here.
Wait, while we're asking directly about the location, I'm sure Azirsa has a good song here. Good plan here.
That's their surface
We were
level
at-
thought, as just this conversation.
Ask her about Morgana.
Ask her what her 3 sizes are. Sorry.
So your surface level, you're trying to surface level thoughts them while asking what the creature is. Okay. Well, detecting a green song's thoughts while they're mentioning the shark creature. Why hasn't Azirsa told me before?
Us.
I wonder if Azirsa is like their planner of the three.
How likely are covens to turn
Hmm.
against each other?
Unless they have a replacement in mind, not likely.
Okay.
Because if you lose one of the 3 members of the coven, you lose all the benefits of the coven.
What are the benefits of the coven again?
Basically, their magic is much stronger.
Significantly stronger. Like it's not even a contest. For example, without a coven, let's say for example, look up like a step walk. Like Green Hag, for example, without a coven, can cast like Minor Illusion and Vicious Mockery and Dancing Lights, and that's about it. They're pretty weak. With a coven, they can cast all the way up to 6th level magic, and that's just raw.
And that's why hags are willing to tolerate each other for the benefits of coven.
Yeah. Are covens always only 3?
Yes.
Hag's magic is always in triplets.
Yeah.
Correct.
What about 30? 33?
Only
33 hags. Let's go.
What happens when 2 covens clash?
I mean,
A coven war.
imagine it's like gang warfare.
Yeah, pretty much. I imagine they just fight over the territory.
The Bloods versus the Crips.
Interesting.
Yeah. Interesting.
Anyways.
Okay. Ask the elocution. Green Song Surface thoughts are. Wonder what Azirsa will say. Azirsa perks up immediately to the question. Well, the main thing is that you all appear stronger than most people that come by these ports. For example, there was this handsome, night-looking fellow. Morgana was telling me all about them, telling me all about how, this noble quest that they had. So nice, so sweet. But still only one person. You, unnaturally compared to most, have appeared to have come as a team.
I mean, it kind of makes sense. I imagine most people desperate enough for a hag bargain are probably without allies at that point. Did my internet die?
No. I think the
We're
I was just
thinking.
thinking elocution had a follow-up.
I need to use washroom. You're back.
Elocution is smoothing. They're pulling out the
Well,
smooths.
my elocution's typing. Could I have chosen to be a flying snake instead of a bee?
It would stand out, but yes. Actually, a bee kind of stands out too.
I mean, a bee can easily hide in pockets and the like, though.
Yeah,
pocket
that would
bee.
be intense.
Pocket bee.
It's more like I was just looking at like the kind of things you can turn into with like polymorph, and like the picture of a flying snake. It's like wrapped around the arm of someone. And it looks kind of cool.
Does that have a flying speed?
It does.
Yes.
It's
If
very
so,
small, though.
you might not be able to use that shape based on your wild shape.
Oh no, this is polymorph.
Oh, okay. Right, I'd forgotten.
You
Yeah.
could be a pocket flying snake. There's nothing that would stop that. Yeah. If you weren't out and about, then yes, you can be anything that could fit in the pocket, and a flying snake could easily fit inside of a pocket. So yes,
Cool.
you're now a pocket flying snake. And if somebody
Enough.
is to mess with like elocution, who I presume is the one of pockets here, then they can just throw a flying snake at their face.
If someone tries to pickpocket elocution, they're gonna get fangs.
It really is the best pickpocket defense when you think about it. Pocket snake.
Detect thoughts is concentration.
Polymorph?
Polymorph is
Also
concentration.
concentration.
Yes, polymorph is concentration.
Is
It's
detect
ele-
thoughts?
Yes, apparently.
Elocution has a different type of detect thoughts, though, don't they? I think, or is it?
I have one from the
Or-
feet.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
from,
I don't.
Oh, okay, fair enough then. As you are.
I don't remember how much difference that is, or if it is still casting the spell though, which is true. That would impact things slightly. So it would be as simple as just having a ray be outside this whole time, presuming that you could like indicate like, hey, head out for a
It
second.
says you can cast it without requiring any components. It does not say you can cast it without concentration.
Okay, so it is concentration, but that's probably fixable. I'm sure there's some situation that would have fixed that, like just keeping Ray outside for a bit.
Oh, since you're within 60 feet of them, you know their highest known spell slots and any spells they're currently concentrating on. So, like, what are their highest spell slots, and what are they concentrating on?
What was the
It's from telepathic.
yes, I just forgot what the exact wording was.
When you see a creature within 60 of you, you innately know its highest known spell slot level and any spells it is currently concentrating on.
They're not currently concentrating on any spells. Their highest known level is 7. Same. 7. I mean, that makes sense, though, as all the hags have the same power level. So they would all be 7.
And they know something. Like,
Morty.
for example, what's her face didn't use hold person; she used hold monster because they
Morty.
knew Fae was a Fae.
Morty's highest level spell slots is none. It seems Morty doesn't even know how to spell.
No.
Were you suggesting doing either one of those things, Elocution, directly?
She said
Or-
she was considering doing those.
Okay, so this was like discussing. I wasn't sure if they were doing it or they were talking about one, suggesting either of those options, which they are.
I
Alright.
feel like that is going to come across as much more aggressive than anything. Because at some level, you're going to have to admit that the reason you did that was try to read their mind, which most people do not like, especially when they have defenses against that. I mean, like, as it is, like, as written, like, that's, like, the actual part that matters. There's honestly
Yeah,
no
they're not
downside.
lying about that. That much we know for sure. So I don't like asking to detect.
I mean,
the
we could
dots.
honestly just
gonna
vote
make
on
them
this
mad.
over the week after the session's over.
Yeah, and in fact, because Zeus is noticing that there's some amount of hesitation, is going to throw in a little bit of extra right here. If there's something else that you're looking for, if this isn't tempting enough to get treasure inside the city, we might have information about anything else that you're trying to find. Presumably, you came here for a reason.
My face when we didn't actually come here for a reason.
I mean, the reason is that it was the closest civilization, so that we could
Yeah,
try
but
to
I
get
think she's like, she's saying like, something else, like a higher reason that we were actually specifically seeking out this place, which we weren't.
No, we didn't actually come here for your hag bullshit. We're sorry about that.
Basically, I'm saying we have
probably will
connections.
think about it.
Great. If you think of anything you'd like as part of this deal, then just let us know.
What?
I mean, yeah, we do know they have connections through all of their victims, for a lack of a better word.
I asked Ojiro with his arcana expertise. When hags die, like all the gifts, the so-called gifts they bestow, they just disappear, right?
I am not actually sure. Aqua?
With Arcana expertise, hag magic is definitely one of the lesser studied magics, even with expertise, but you know some amount of information. There's really only 3 possibilities. 1, nothing happens. This is probably unlikely. 2, everything that was given is going to go away. That seems like the second likely possibility. The third possibility is that there's some kind of way of severing the link, and if the link were let me restart that. Either nothing happens, right, which you don't think is likely because hag magic. You think that it is possible that there's some kind of forcibly severing the connection may cause some undue amount of repercussion depending on how it was severed. So, for example, the most common way of doing that is like breaking a contract, which is what would cause, you know, some kind of incredibly high, what's the word? Like, retaliation, almost? Right?
Consequence.
Some kind of enhanced consequence. The third is that severing whatever connection is causing it would prevent any knockback like that from happening, but would also likely remove whatever benefits were being provided. But also any detriments that were being provided as well.
Oh yeah, wait. What happens if we break this contract?
You asked.
You haven't been told, but it certainly can't be good. Although you could ask.
I don't think you should ask.
That's not something you should
I'm not
ask.
gonna ask. I was just wondering if Jojira knew.
Typically, violating contracts to this degree has incredibly harsh consequences. The most common one, and probably the least painful one that happens, is death.
You just drop over and die. Okay, great.
There are
Really-
some contracts
I
that have
don't really
less-
like the you don't do this, you die thing.
I mean, as far as like chaoses are phrased, this one is pretty lenient, honestly.
I still don't want to accept it right now.
Yeah, like you said, voting over the weekend might be the plan. So, we could go ahead, since also we are running into the end of session time. Let's presume that you told them for now that you want to think about it some. Alright, well, if that's the case, I have an inn to go and run, if you'll excuse me. There's a heads on back. And Green Song will just kind of sit there and be like, alright, well, feel free to enjoy the amenities in the meantime.
Thanks.
That is interesting though, that they aren't collaborating on this. We could probably play up some paranoia if we are better at manipulating.
I feel like trying to play the hags is not going to work.
Probably not. But still. They still probably likely do not like each other and are not inclined to think the best of each other, which works to our advantage in theory.
I'm not playing Syriza. I'm too lazy.
Oh my god, I just realized for every day in the city, we should have even seen the thing this was here if it was Echo.
Oh fuck. Yeah, I forgot. How many D2s do I roll? Was it 3 days?
Right?
This is the third day. So 2 days? So 1 and a 2.
Oh.
So it was actually Echo yesterday. Ooh.
No.
So it's Echo who annoyed Morgana, not Nameless. Easy.
Nice. Very cool.
I could probably have been smart enough to not say what she said though, so hold up.
Yeah, there might
Nameless,
be too much
on the other hand, is-
retroactive,
It's not.
Were we going to do anything else
It would
before end of
be
session?
Echo. I don't know, we didn't get to explore the past.
I thought we were exploring the tunnels.
We were what?
I thought we were here to explore the tunnels.
Yeah. We were. And we got sidetracked.
I see.
Do we have time for that? Or is it gonna take too long?
Yeah, I think we could spend like 10 minutes or so on that. Although, as soon as Ray enters, even as a snake, even in a pocket, Morty barks.
Rude. Sorry.
I mean, I'll just take Ray with me. Is there like any issue with that?
Morty is following, if you have Ray inside of your pocket as a snake, Morty is following your,
Oh, I
accompanying-
can't. I don't think Ray can be in my pocket.
I was about to say what pocket.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
like,
elocution's pocket, presumably, if elocution's the one with pocket snake, Ray.
I mean, you could split up that way, so Morty keeps following elocution while Nameless does the investigating.
I don't. I mean, is there an issue with Ray just walking in here now since Morty?
I mean, she is theoretically barred from all of the ends.
Oh. I
You
thought Ray like came in and then walked out while Elocution was doing detect thoughts.
They were.
She was polymorphed.
So she polymorphed again?
Because we just forgot about the detect odds concentration thing, I just assumed that Ray actually wasn't there in the first place, and it came back in afterward, polymorphed, and it just conveniently worked out, basically. So just because we forgot about the detect odds requiring concentration.
I mean, you could ask her if I'm allowed.
I'm not gonna ask her.
God damn it.
I'm gonna. Is this the way to the path?
Yes, that leads over to the tunnel network underneath the city. You do see that it is no, it's open because it's the tunnel itself is actually open because it leads over to the rooms themselves. And so you enter into where the rooms are and the like are. Ray would have already seen these about, and so you are now there. They must have moved you over here to indicate that you are currently investigating the tunnel area because I do not have a map specifically for that.
Wow.
It's over the
But
mine.
you are there. You occasionally see guests exiting and entering the rooms, though not very frequently.
Gonna take the tunnel that goes to the bathhouse.
Okay. So you go over to where the tunnel should approximately lead underneath the bathhouse, and you go ahead and find that there seems to be just a wall there.
It just like ends.
Where, like, if there's a connection to the bathhouse, it looks like it doesn't, like, there's a dead end there, yes.
Oh,
Hit wall.
wait, I thought you said there was one. Okay.
It could be an illusion or
Yeah,
something.
I mean, I
else.
have blind sight. Oh, can I? Is it an illusion?
Okay, checking to see if it's an illusion. Hold on, let me check something.
I don't know if elocutions are kind of, but maybe they should be here.
They like you could definitely follow you, but first they gotta handle this whole Morty barking at him situation.
Is Morty just gonna keep? Oh. Okay.
So how do you handle that elocution? Morty seems to be barking at you. Yeah.
Yeah.
One memento.
I mean, I'm a snake. I feel like my options are slightly limited here. I'll put it in your hands. You decide.
Yeah, I get it. In your hands because you're in the pocket. Nice. Very clever. Very intelligent. Good joke.
Just you wait till we eventually speak to the genies. I've got a cracking pun lined up.
All right, interesting. Go and make a deception check, elocution. At advantage because you're able to mimic it inside of Green Song's voice.
Oh my days. XD.
Did I already walk away at this point?
Oh,
Yeah.
it's supposed to be advantage.
Yeah, they accidentally rolled at disadvantage. Doesn't
I
help
guess not.
much, but
It's fine. As you do see Morty looking confused. They look over at Green Song, and they look over at you, elocution. And they look over at Green Song, and they look over at you, elocution. Morty just kind of is staring. They're not barking anymore, though. They're just staring at you. Elocution stands there, being stared at by a dog. You begin walking slowly away. Slowly. Easy boy. And you were able to join Nameless into the tunnel without any further incident. With your pocket snake now in hand. You arrive over to this wall that appears to be a dead end at a glance. Looking at it, it doesn't appear to be an illusion. It does actually appear to be a dead end.
Can I check the wall itself and compare it to the the wall that's currently at the dead end, and then compare it to the adjacent wall to see if there's any difference in it.
Yeah.
Looking to see if this wall was built more recently or something.
Go ahead and make an investigation check. This will determine how long it takes, assuming there isn't anything of note. As you're investigating about the walls, right, creeping your shadow about to kind of discern a difference, you knock on the wall, and the dead end there appears to be hollow. It's not as thick as the other walls.
All right, I'm gonna need Risa to come back.
I mean, yeah, that's definitely a way to do it.
Is there like a crack or like a gap or some small area that a tiny creature could squeeze through?
There is not. The wall appears to be fully intact.
Like, I was trying to think of spells that could go through that, but I was only coming up with pass wall and dimension door.
Is this wall reinforced by magical means?
Reinforced? No, it's just
literally like the.
It's just the wall.
It's just a wall.
A stone wall, mind you, which is still fairly sturdy. It's not like drywall where you're just going to punch through it.
So there are no spells on this wall. Wait, who was on detect magic? Is that? Oh, that's Rajira, right? Elocution, do you
Yes.
have it?
I mean,
I
Ray
detect magic.
also has it.
Oh,
Yeah, I
okay.
have it.
Do you want to unpolymorph and cast that to see if we can see anything behind the wall?
Detect magic doesn't go past total cover.
Oh, really? Oh shit. Okay. Never mind then.
That's why it was basically worthless when we were at the junkyard. Because everything was behind everything.
Nice. And where's my Eldritch Invocation that lets me see through things? Actually, there is one. I just don't have it because I'm not a warlock yet.
I think Elocution does.
You have that one? Gaze of Kirad? I don't know that you. It won't let me scroll.
Ghostly gaze. Do not be confused with Pride Parade. Just checking one thing.
This is a level 7 feature of the Fiend Patron?
It's a level 7
A level
invocation.
Oh. Yeah, that thing.
Okay. Give me just 1 second. I'm just checking one thing as to see exactly what it is that you spot inside as you use Ghostly Gaze. See through solid objects to a range of 30 feet. That's really cool, actually. Really cool indication. Kind of situational, but in a situation like this, it's very cool. Let me go ahead and find the actual description. Okay, hold on. Okay, so inside of that little area there beneath where the pool is, the main thing that you end up detecting, the main thing that you see, is that there appears to be inside of a stone chamber, just kind of sitting there, right, and not moving. There's like a figure, certainly some kind of humanoid, that is inside of like a black robe, and it has its eyes bound. It's blindfolded. And then a little bit
like
further
Green
inside
Song?
as well. No, Green Song's not blindfolded. They just have like a white veil over their face. This creature is actually straight up blindfolded inside of there. And then,
Okay.
not only that, you will also see that there are some immaculately crafted statues littered around this chamber. There appears to be some kind of horrifying expressions on their face as well, as if they were trying to defend themselves.
Oh, so they just petrify citizens and put them in here. Nice.
I mean, maybe Greensong's the one responsible for that with the whole veil.
Yeah.
Then, looking a little bit further, and also on top of that, you notice that there seems to be, this is where the water seems to be pouring out from, some kind of almost like a fountain on the wall. I don't know what you would call that, but it's like constantly emitting water out, and then it ends up floating upward to a little tube up to those 8 cracks that you can see on the ceiling.
Nice.
Keeping petrified people that close to like restoration water seems iffy in terms of planning.
Maybe that restoration doesn't restore petrification. Wait, how many statues are in the room?
You
How
count.
big is the room?
The room is reasonably large. It's about as big as the bathhouse itself.
Okay.
So, like, it's a pretty large chamber underneath. Then, on top of that, there's probably about, at least as much far as like you can see, probably about 10 or 12 of these statues down there.
Only.
When I analyzed the water earlier in the session, right? Was it greater restoration or lesser restoration level?
Let me check. It is greater restoration.
Is that
I mean-
the one that restores petrify?
Yes.
Okay. It's sussy.
So what you're saying is,
In theory, there is an easy way to petrify people in there.
that sounds like a good deed to me.
Hey, you can like mage hand some water
Holy shit.
over to the statues. Saying.
Probably depends on how strong the tube is.
The tube. but tube.
Also, there's total cover between elocution and the things. So even
yeah,
if
but
they
you
can
just
see
need
through-
sight, right?
No, you
I don't
can't
think
cast
mage-
spells past level cover.
unless the spell specifies
It's not
that you can.
passing through. You're just straight up summoning that hand in the room.
You cast at a point and you summon a hand there.
Yeah.
That
so
would-
at a point.
That
Oh.
point is
You can't cast a
behind
point
total
from
cover.
Yeah.
This
This came up like 6 times in Curse of Strahd with the hag eyes. I thought we'd be
no.
clear on the ramifications here.
No, I definitely stopped paying attention like after the second half.
Hmm.
A lot of it I don't really remember, so. Okay. I guess there's nothing else we can do until we
Yes,
get Girl back.
You
I mean,
exit
there's
the inn fairly uneventfully, just because we're entering like the very end of the session. I was gonna, we always gotta end on a little dramatic little cliffhanger, right? So, while you're busy over there at the boat, Sir Vekin actually does go ahead and make a quick stop over. Just so I know, they kind of don't really introduce themselves. They just kind of visit the closest person, Jojira. You must be with the fairy.
When I would phrase it, it's more she's with us.
Well, they told me that it might be wise to join, and I guess I'm here to introduce myself a bit. I am Sir Vekin at your service, if you would have me along with your voyage.
Fuck
And
yeah.
that's where the session ends.
No,
You
there's a
don't
little
even
bit.
get to respond. You just get yeeted out of the chapter.
While I offer with a sturdy sword, I also have one more thing, which is tails. If that's of any interest to you.
Of the hags here, correct?
Of those, seems you're aware as well, of things beyond the sea. I even have one that I know from the top of my head that may interest seafaring folk as you.
Does it involve a shark-like creature?
Maybe. As Sir Vekin will relate to you this as kind of like just a partial introduction to show their understanding of these kinds of things. Hold on. See if I can... There we go. I think you can see verbal tale 3, right?
In the lair where darkness hides, lies treasure that temptation bides. There you seek the reaches vast, in an apex abyss where shadows cast.
As that is the end of the session.